Is clemency the right word? Hang on. Clemency. Mercy. Yes, I was right. Clemency. Oh, I hate this. Ew, go away. Sorry, I did not realize I didn't have dark mode on. Oh my gosh. Thank you. Rock. I'm gonna call you Rock. Rockshio? Yes, thank you very much, Rockshio, for the gifted memberships. Congratulations to everyone who got one, and make sure you give a huge thank you. Thank you very much. And then Mini Death Knight, yes. Good morning. You will have the button. I've seen you've been very active in Cha-Cha's channel, Mini Death Knight, so you're awesome for that, because we love Cha-Cha here. So you're awesome for being so supportive of her, because she's great. We love Cha-Cha. All right, let's see. Tell that to Malkador, who suggested to him when he made the Primarchs. No, I think it was better that the Emperor made men instead of women. I think we'd have a whole different set of problems. It could in certain ways be worse. It could be worse in some ways. So I think it's honestly better that the Emperor stuck with men. As a female, I can attest that maybe that would have been it would have been an interesting choice, to say the least. I agree. Malkador said they wouldn't have fought as much, but that makes me think Malkador didn't meet anyone. Well, you know, he made the I think it's, you say Calidus, the Calidus Assassins. He made that group, so I think he might have had a hand in designing those bodysuits. So I don't think you're really off there. I think that's pretty accurate. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. So we are going to watch some TTS today. I don't know if I watched this one. I think I might have. It's a short one. Magnus's Evil Chaos Man. And then right after that, Black Templars. It's going to be a good one. I heard a lot of people like it. I've heard a lot of people like it. So I'm really looking forward to this one. And I want to thank you all for suggesting that I watch this series. Because when I started this 3 months ago, 4 months ago, an undetermined amount of time ago, I was hesitant because I didn't know what it was going to be like. I love every bit of it. I'm so happy. So happy. So we'll get started before I yap into oblivion. Maybe I should like preface my streams like yap, then TTS. But I don't have that much today. I don't have that much. No cool stories, except fingers crossed and knocking on wood. I seem to have had my my machine spirit router has been healed. I think we're good. It has been replaced, and we have a mighty and strong machine spirit in its place. It has ferocious download speeds. Upload's okay, but we're gonna see if we have fixed the problem. Fingers crossed. So yeah, no, sorry, I knock on wood. So we'll watch this, and then we'll do Black Templars, and I don't know if we'll watch the next episode. Depends on how much I stop and go. I'm known to interrupt a lot. The yappening, yeah, don't remind me. I'll just keep going. I'll just keep going. This is like 3 seconds. Magnus the Red. Oh, I need to turn up the audio. Whoop. Hang on. There we go. Magnus the Red. Look at this cookie I found. Ah, dang it. It's too low. Get low, get low, get low, get low. There we go. Magnus the Red. Look at this cookie I found. The dumbness. So is it canon that Magnus likes those like cookies with the M&Ms inside? Because dang. Oh, let me see. Oh, James, thank you for resubscribing. Oh my gosh, you've been here for 4 months. Wow. I can't believe that. Thank you, James, for resubscribing. Let's see. There we go. I'm all caught up. We're all ready to go. Your toaster is defected. Yeah, I got my tech priest to do it. I mean, I could have done it, but after someone commented that I didn't have a very good tech priest the other day, they were very insistent on taking care of this problem themselves. Yeah, so they were very insistent on taking care of my internet problems. Okay, TTS. Let's watch it and let's laugh and maybe cringe. Because, you know, that's how it is sometimes. That's how it is. Ooh, the music. Is there supposed to be video that I'm missing? Okay, good. I was like, what?
Attention, denizens of the Imperial Palace and beyond. This Voxcast publique is designated Alpha Prioris. Continue your operations, but listen.
Why is it flickering?
To this very important announcement.
It's not my screen, right?
For the day. Even the fact that we have to come up with thoughts for you like this shows just how inept and mindless you sheeple are. Start thinking for yourselves, why don't you? You have a brain. Make your thoughts, you Vox brain parasites. But don't think too much, because they'll land you up in heresy jail.
Heresy jail.
Attention, class.
Sorry, everyone. I did not know it was going to be flashing like that. Wow. All right. I'm waiting for it to like catch up on my other screens. Take a sip of my Code Red. Yeah, chat. Think, but don't think too much. What he said. Don't think too much or you'll go to heresy jail. Just heresy jail. You know, nothing else will happen to you in heresy jail. You'll be perfectly fine. Perfectly fine. You like thinking? Well, too bad. Only think a little bit. A little bit.
It is I, Professor Emperor.
Yes.
I am here today to talk to you about hatred. Everyone experiences hatred at some point in their life.
I feel like this would be...
embrace it or actively try to avoid it.
This would be like an intro for like Blood Angels or World Eaters, I feel like. Like, you know.
In fact, the 41st millennium is a perfect breeding ground for hatred. In this age, the Imperium is like a giant cesspool of deranged dolphins ripping out one another's blowholes with their razor-fitted willies. And how can one expect anything less? These dolphins know nothing but hate. They see.
I mean, dolphins are legitimately very, I don't know if I would call them hateful. I don't know if they experience that emotion. I'll say spiteful. They will go and they will beat up a shark, like a whole pod of dolphins. I think they're called, is it a pod? Whatever a group of dolphins is called, they will go and they will like beat up a shark and many other creatures. Dolphins are kind of jerks. If you read up on them, they can be very aggressive. And you're just like, oh, dolphins, they're like so beloved. But no, they definitely beat up on so many other marine wildlife. Oh, Grisby T, I received a gift sub. Thank you. I found you through your clips on YouTube. I love your design and banter. Thank you very much. I'm glad you're enjoying the videos. I got lots of TTS clips. So many TTS clips. Dolphin and orca teen angst is real. Yeah, but the orcas got it going on because they've got that black and the white. It's not a phase, Mom. So yeah, dolphins, they're actually quite, I don't know if hateful is the right word, but definitely they're kind of spiteful.
Each other as repulsive dolphinations that deserve
Dolphinations.
murder, and only murder. A sea dolphin looks to a river dolphin and goes, "No, stop, you look like a vacuum-extracted pterodactyl fish, stop it."
Hang on. I'm sorry. River dolphin? What? Hang on. River dolphin. I have not... Oh my gosh. That's horrible. Oh my gosh. I didn't know they looked like that. Ew. Oh my gosh. What the heck? Yeah, I mean, if I was a sea dolphin, I would beat up a river dolphin too. Oh my gosh. I had no idea. They're almost extinct. Well, now you're gonna make me feel bad. What the heck? I didn't realize they were so... Oh my gosh, what the heck? What the heck? Because then this is your regular dolphin. Apparently, I have to add a sea dolphin. There you go, look at that. Pinnacle. Look at all of that. That cuteness, that cute little snout. Like, so aerodynamic, not hydrodynamic, actually. Hydrodynamic, look at that. Peak design right there. Hang on. You this is you versus the guy she tells you not to worry about. If you think you're doing well, chat, just remember the river dolphin. Oh gosh. I was not aware of river dolphins. Apparently dolphins in general are just terrible animals, according to Bard in the chat. I have no idea. I just know dolphins are just that they beat up everything. They're kind of like the bullies of the sea. Yeah, it seems, yeah, sadistic. So Fulgrim is a sea dolphin. Is Ferris a river dolphin? Oh. Yeah, because, you know, the Iron Hands are mostly extinct. So perhaps. I actually like that. That's a very good analogy. I love it. Oh my. Well, you've learned something today about marine wildlife. Dolphins suck, people. They are, what's the word? I can't think of the word, but they are looked favorably upon, but they're actually jerks. It's like celebrities. You think, man, they're so cool. I like them. And then you find out the stuff that they do, and you're like, oh, I just like your work in movies. Maybe not your personal life and what you do elsewhere. Yeah, I think it's because dolphins are like nice to us. Yeah, dolphins are nice to us. So I don't think we really think about all the stuff they do to, like, what that they would regularly do. That's probably part of their DNA and how they're wired. Dolphins commit hate crimes and war crimes. Pinnacle, the pinnacle of marine wildlife. Oh, they have cute privilege. I was thinking about saying something else, but I can't think of the word right now. It's too early. I need more code red, but I need more water first. All right, apparently there is a whole grocery list, laundry list of all the things dolphins do that are horrible. Oh, we'll keep going now. But thank you for telling me all of this information. I've learned a lot.
existing right now, and then proceeds to kill him in cold blood. That is the Imperium today, and it is awful, because river dolphins are actually great. Trust me, I am a professor.
Yeah.
And this shit is peer-reviewed through 7 hells of coas and back.
What's a dolphin?
Shut up, boy!
No!
Everyone knows what a dolphin
Stop.
is. It is a hateful life form. Just like you, boy. Just
Stop.
like you.
You're just
Stop
jealous.
being such a hater.
Silence. I advise you halt your mouth and carefully consider the words you use when speaking to this boy, Shield Captain.
Defending the hater, are we?
Oh.
Unsurprising. He's not the only hateful little shit you've sired, you fuzzy Dolbin sympathizer.
Where did Shotgun come from?
Sorry,
I was gonna
to
ask.
interject, but honestly, I don't know what a Dolblin is either. Would be nice if our glorious overlord could provide some context for the words he uses now and again. But that's neither here nor there, is it?
Who cares? This whole Doblins parable is just another one of our Emperor's glorious segues, really.
Yeah, it is.
Shouldn't take you this much time to wrap your brain loads around it.
Tara's did.
Ew. 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 Brain loins. I never want to hear that again. That was horrible. That was horrible.
What crawled up your collective bowels and self-terminated?
The
Oh.
entire Dublin throne, most likely.
You stop that right now, mister!
What I wanted to get to was the following. To deal with my Imperium's incessant hatred, we first need the definitive poster boys of said hatred examined, because the Imperium has poster boys for everything.
Yes, yes, yes.
Ooh, perfect. I can only guess who these boys on posters might be.
What's wrong with you?
Could you hazard a guess?
You. I get the feeling he's seen other posters that aren't very good for our very sensible audience today.
Guessed adorable? Could you guess who they might be? Could you fathom who they might be? Come on, give me a guess. Hazard the most basic fathomable
You're just
guess.
needling
Give a guess
today.
as to whom they
He's gonna get his face caved in. He's needling so much. And like, there's one thing to like needle with your siblings, but then there's another thing to needle a Primarch. And that's just not recommended. I'm surprised he's not dead yet.
they could.
Was that necessary?
I totally could. Totally.
So we are talking about the Black Templars Space Marine chapter today. The Imperium of Men's definitive poster boys for hatred and anger.
Oh, that's funny. Yep, yes, yeah, that's actually what I was gonna guess. Who called it? I did. I totally did. Did
Wow.
you call it too adorable? I'm sure you did.
Get out of this palace, well.
Man alive, that was a weak segue.
Oh, hold on. You dare call our can't believe he's not holy emperor's segue weak?
Oh my
We
gosh.
are only a few minutes in,
Oh.
and I am already feeling a giga headache coming on
I'm
from
with
this
you.
constant squabbling.
Emperor.
To get to the point, we have with us the Black Templars Codex, which is one of a kind, with no previous or subsequent versions as far as we know.
Ooh.
Here it is.
The reason for discussing this Space Marine chapter in particular is because of their distinct resemblance to a sentient slaughter train derailing and taking out all nearby bystanders up to and including poor little Jimmy. Their certifiable insanity would make GOG Evan Dyer stop high pumping his servitor for 1/16th of a nanosecond
gosh.
just so he could tell them to calm their shit down. Their butchery can be likened to an angry world and its efficient marmalizing of its choice crop. I would love to say this is a good thing, but their traitor to innocent marmalizing ratio is about as cute as the nutritional value of a civilian relief ration.
Oh.
Not even the white scars would be able to keep up with the ultra-rapid crackdown these Marines conduct on Imperial folks born with heterochromia, or one goal less than the galactic average. Whatever genetic
Yeah, hopefully the Black Templars don't find me. I think they'd have a problem or two. I think they would have a problem or two with me.
deviation you might have is not to be tolerated at all ever, so watch out. Dornus angry boys in black are here, and if your navel protrudes just a bit, you are permanently on the marmalist, you disgusting freak.
Marmalist.
Please stop. The second-hand embarrassment is too severe.
It's also poisoning the well pretty thoroughly from the get-go.
Hey ho, I am just stating the science facts here.
Science.
The pure burning hatred
He's a
they carry
professor.
for those they perceive as deviants has to be tempered.
And how would you go about, fixing them, sir?
I happen to have calculated that the best possible course of action is to rip a single Black Templar of great importance away from their eternal crusade and throw him in here for an anger management class.
No. That is an awful idea. Actually, it may be the worst idea.
No, it is
He's saying
not.
lots of words
I came
today.
Up with it and peer-reviewed it.
Whom did you happen to have on hand to possibly be your peer in discussing
That is a
this?
great point. Who is
Your
his peer?
Father. You know that a tube is an untrustworthy source for professional proofreading.
Do not
Tube is not very trustworthy. Yes, get it peer reviewed by a tube. That's fine.
speak of your mother like that, you ungrateful garbage brat.
Anyway, considering the untrusting nature of the Templars, this could have an adverse effect on the Voxcast session, I would say.
Oh, you think?
We really don't want to repeat the last session, because that was a disaster.
I
Ooh.
do not think it was that bad.
Oh, sure. Only had to bombard a few orbital plates, only like 4 or 5. Collateral damage only rose into the millions, nothing much really.
Well, I guess.
Yeah, because the first the last one was the last church. That one was very chatty, very chatty. Dean, thank you so much for becoming a Legionnaire and joining the Great Crusade. Woo, woo, woo. Why did I do that? Don't worry about it. Let's go.
At least if you were to compare it to the Black Templars' daily slaughter count. Hey, Dornable. Fun fact. Did you know they once carried out 14 different sub-crusades throughout Segmentum Solar at the same time? The kill count was crazy.
I'm impressed.
Shut your mouth.
Fight.
Who cares about casualties? It's not like the defense platforms were destroyed. Also, do you realize how insane Terran birth rates are? No matter how big the loss of life was, we'll be up to our previous number in a matter of hours.
Sure. They were expendable, of course, as all humans are unless they're dressed up in copious amounts of gold.
All right, when did you all become such passive-aggressive jerks?
Ironic. Who are you referring to, though? Me? Champ? Or perhaps our Emperor?
Passive-aggressive
the two
jerks.
Of you. Our glorious overlord did not send the bombardment order, you did. You didn't even consider just telling them to stop having opinions. You are the Doblins.
I find orbital bombardment to be the most effective way of stopping dumb opinions, personally. That's something me and the Black Templars...
This is why you don't make your podcasts live. You record them beforehand, edit them, and then you make them live. Because then this happens. And now so many Imperial citizens are like, what is a Doblin? What is a Doblin? Oh my. Okay, if you're on a podcast, record it and then post it. It's my recommendation. I've never recorded a podcast. I don't have a podcast or anything that I've ever done. I just listen to them on occasion. But, you know, I feel like that we would save a lot of problems here. We would save a lot of problems.
Templars could agree on, I'm sure.
No, the Templars prefer murdering the innocent in close quarters combat. If you're going to be committing acts of mass homicide, you can at least have the common decency to whip out your halberds.
Stop bickering, you tubs of baby oil. I, Professor Emperor, having an impressive service record with public relations, can attest to the fact that inviting a Black Templar is a good idea. Do me a favor, and while you're up into buckets...
Father, please, could you not summon a representative from another chapter?
Who are we gonna
Most
get?
chapters in the galaxy use the concept of hatred as the core of their philosophies.
Blood Angels.
You have plenty of options, and there are most certainly more hateful chapters out there.
That is why I sent out a quick scientific survey to all Space Marine chapters I could come across asking which chapter they thought embodied the concept of pure hatred the best.
Oh, so it's...
The Black Templars came out on top with 50% of the votes.
Wow.
Who came in second place?
Are you familiar with the Marines' Malevolent chapter?
Ew.
Sort of.
No.
Studies show that gene seed at times deviate from its standard template designs, resulting in abnormalities such as defective organs, bodily protrusions, or changes in skin color.
Alright. Bodily protrusions.
Duly
Ew.
noted.
Nah. Gross. This is why someone just said Femstodes podcast when? No. No. That would be on a separate channel. I don't think I'd be involved in that one. I think I would be very much far away from that podcast as far as humanly possible. No.
Implanting a marine with the malevolence gene seed results in a serrated, glass-like fiber growing in the murky interiors of the marine's hindquarters, grinding against his insides with his every movement. This unequivocally leaves the marine a bitter, callous individual for the rest of his service, providing him a life of constant booty bother.
Citation needed.
Quiet.
Sounds
No.
to me like they're the prime clientele for the analgesics industry.
What's an
No.
analgesic?
No.
I find that the chapters who voted in this survey are confusing hatred embodied for hated by everyone. The Marines malevolent do not hate as much as they are simply hated, mostly for stealing war gear and killing civilians. But if you want to invite a malevolent here instead, I would be more than happy. We could punch his face in together.
Oh,
It would
yay.
be wholesome family fun.
Looky here, I found the survey! Black Templars on top, followed by the Marines Malevolent, Flesh Terrors,
Okay.
Carcharodon Astra,
Okay.
Minotaurs, Doom Eagles, Red Scorpions, Iron Hands,
Read it.
Angry Marines?
Angry Marines?
Why weren't they picked?
Who named that one?
I can see them being a thing, what with the, well, you know. Ever heard of the Bone Knives chapter?
Where are they
That's a
from?
thing.
I tried looking further into this anchored marine chapter, but I was constantly redirected to the Black Templars for some reason. Not sure
Oh.
what that is all about.
Maybe it's a popular
What?
synonym made up by people who didn't know the actual name of the chapter.
I have a suggestion. How about we make an episode about silly Space Marine chapter
Ooh, I
names
like that.
instead of covering the Black Templars, along
Okay, I
with some
wouldn't mind
malevolent
that.
punchings on the side.
No.
I want to talk about the Rainbow Warriors.
Professor Emperor is detecting notable changes in the atmosphere with high levels of
The Rainbow Warriors chat. Yes, I need to hear more about those guys. They sound great. I think of like My Little Pony or something like that when I hear Rainbow Warriors. I think it's because of Rainbow Dash or whatever that pony's name is. I figured they're a fan meme chapter, of course. I just think it's funny. They actually have no rainbows, they're just blue. That's dumb. That's dumb. It's a fan chapter. Why not make it multicolored? Okay, I'm sad. Wait, they are a canon chapter. People, you're lying to me in the chat. I'm quite impressionable. Don't lie to me. Don't lie to me. I'm very impressionable. The successor chapter of the Ultramarines. It makes sense why they're blue. Why they're not rainbow. Okay, then. But why rainbow? Whatever, man. Whatever, man. Because if I was going to have a Space Marine chapter, it'd be Blood Angels. And I would call mine, Radiant Suns. That's what mine would be. Be very good. Be very, very good. So. Alright, well, there's another thing.
spoiled garbage whining coming in from the Dorn coast.
Just out of curiosity, could you please inform me as to why you are so insistent on not covering the Black Templars?
It's embarrassing for him.
I am not close to prepared for a meeting with my wayward sons.
Oh.
This is too much to ask of me at this time.
Oh, poor
Please
guy.
Don't force him to do what he doesn't want to do.
Whoa,
Oh,
boy.
please. Remember when you forced me to discuss the meeting I had with the last priest on Terra in front of my entire Imperium, without having prepared in the least, not to mention that I had also actively suffered over 10,000 years of mental degradation. Do tell me you remember this.
Yes.
Good, then we are even Stevens, so fuck you. I shall now summon the chapter master of the Black Templars.
I like how Boy stood up for him. That's so sweet. He's like, no, don't make him do that. That's mean. It's so mean. That was really cute. I love it.
It is a known fact that grip pressure is not measured in mass per square area. It is measured in force per square area.
What?
I have no idea what that has to do with anything at all ever.
I don't know what it means either.
Wrong in your assessment concerning pressure in the last Voxcast. I did not want to say anything at the time, but I feel it fitting to bring it up now. If you remember, you made a rudimentary mathematical mistake when you spoke of Angron's inability to read books. It was quite silly, but while I cannot fault you for making but a single error, this was only one of many. You proved without a doubt that you are fully capable of being in the wrong. Even while debating the cultist priest, you were barely making sound arguments. A shock to someone such as me, who has seen you convince entire armies to surrender arms only using haikus.
Stop speaking such you uncultured piglet. I used senryu, not haikus.
Speech
Oh,
does not
okay,
rot, but
okay.
your mind seems to have. You should carefully consider your next actions, and perhaps listen to your son for once.
Please stop fighting.
Boy. Mommy and Daddy are fighting. Mommy and Daddy are fighting. Oh, protect this one. Protect him. He is the best of us. Thank you, Exhaustion, for the super chat. Rainbow Marines are Aztec themed and rainbow because of Quetzalcoatl. That's wrong. That's wrong. How I said it is wrong. Don't come after me for that. The Angry Marines are fan meme chapter that wields steel chairs. Oh, I love that. The steel chair. Yes, do it. I love it. That's the best. Thank you. Thank you. I've been informed.
Sorry, son. Chances are you were in the right. But that does not mean I am now in the wrong.
What?
Things change. You
What,
simply
huh?
do not see the bigger picture, as of yet.
What?
How does any of what you just said excuse your inadequate fervor in debating the religious? Or your apparent lack of knowledge about a basic engineering principle? You were in the wrong, Father. None of what you said excuses that. And neither would it excuse you summoning yet another fanatic into these halls.
We're getting real
There is
here.
nothing to excuse, for it has been decided I was not wrong in the first place.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Yeah.
You seem to forget exactly what I am capable of. Your cold hatred for all things just outside your narrow perception blinds you from seeing the massive wrongdoings slapping you in the face. You may not notice them, but they are always there, consecutively slapping against your fuzzy chins
Ew.
like flabby pork fillets.
Oh, stop. I don't need that image.
Make it
That's,
sound like you will alter the very workings of the galaxy itself just to be in the right.
Why would
I mean, that'd be very convenient. That'd be very convenient. I won't lie. It'd be nice to never be wrong, because I could do whatever I wanted.
I need to know the science when the science itself is but an extension of my will?
As ridiculous as can be expected.
So, does that mean pressure is
So-
measured in mass per square area now just because?
Pressure is measured in amount of hatred you have for life and the universe per square area.
Of course.
Hatred is abstract and cannot be measured by traditional means. Actually, you know what? Never mind.
Did you notice the wrongdoings, Rogel?
No.
Sure you didn't. Now, Professor Emperor is curious to see how the Black Templars measure up.
Fine. I will be putting on my helmet now. Bye.
For science.
That noise. Oh, Oh my gosh. They did that on purpose. I know they did. The noise, and they were intentional. Blah 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 blah. They were intentional about the text. Oh gosh, it's too early. It's too early for this. Oh, Brace my ear holes. Is it loud? Should I adjust the volume if there's gonna be yelling and shouting and oh, or it might be loud. Okay, I'm gonna turn it down just a tiny bit just to be safe. I'm sure it'll be fine, but you know. Okay, I'm turning it down just a little bit. Yes. Oh.
Welcome, Black Templar. Do not be frightened.
Yeah. Ew. Ew. Oh, I don't like this. I don't like it. Oh. Let's get this over with.
Alright, scratch button. You are just mad. Stop being mad, please.
Who is speaking? What vile monotone simulacrum of the glorious human voice is this?
I should be the one asking that. Holy shit, you sound like you have gargled rockcrete and lost a catch
Yeah.
for the better part of a millet.
Who are you, skeleton?
So nice. Please try to keep your sword under control.
This whole guess thing never works out, does it?
I know what you are.
See, the guest thing would work out if you contacted them in advance and say, hey, would you like to hop on a Discord call together? Would you like to get on Zoom? Would you like to join us? Instead of just, using the warp to teleport them right in front of you. That's pretty traumatizing. That's very traumatizing. If I got yoinked out of a chair and was suddenly in the golden in the throne room, oh yeah, you better believe I'd be surprised to say the least. Oh my.
You are a bunch of fucking witches! Magical whores!
Oh.
I, Helbrecht, High Marshal of the Black Templars, shall be your undoing! You will die! No
Can we send him away,
no remorse,
please?
No fear!
Dare deliver death threats to the man emperor of mankind?
Oh, he's gonna be mad about
Pay
that.
for this treachery, you snooty, snoddling offspring.
Fuck you, eggplant scum!
Calm down.
He deserved that. Eggplant scum. He read him immediately. He's like, yeah, I know what you are. Okay, can we settle yourself, please? You need a therapist.
You are Helbrecht, High Marshal of the Black Templars.
Yes, I am, my lord.
Yes. I'm sorry, I make fun of the voices because they're funny to me. Yes, the voice actor did a really, really good job on this one. Very good. I hate it.
Helbrecht, that is I.
My child, I brought you here so you could aid me with something. Are you interested?
Anything, my lord. I will do anything.
Good. First of all, you need to devour a fruit basket's worth of throat lozenges, cause you
Oh,
just
yes.
straight up sound like a goblin.
He does.
Yes, I will eat all the tablets in the galaxy for you. All of them. None will be spared.
No, it's
Damn,
okay.
That's rough to listen to.
My
Ow.
eardrums are leaking.
Secondly, I need you to answer me some questions concerning your Black Templars.
Oh, of course. I will answer.
You know what I would like if they're like, no, have these throat lozenges, and like he just eats them all, and then suddenly he's like, yes, my glorious overlord, and he starts sounding like the Femstodes after all of the like the throat coating and the water that he needs to drink, maybe some tea with honey in it, because I need that, because that would be so funny where they're like, no, and they like forcefully shove them down his throat. Because I cannot handle this horrible sound. It's very well done. I hate it. Thank you.
Answer all questions. I am honored beyond belief to have been chosen to answer the God Emperor's own questions concerning our eternal crusade.
All right, please be quiet.
Ew.
Balls, what is this noise?
These tones are making my thighs dry.
Oh, that's
I've
disgusting.
Never been more horrified.
First, get this man summer bolty and a couch to lay on.
AT.
Yes, you heard him.
Oh, he's getting a couch too. Are we going therapy style where he's laying on the couch talking about his life? He's like, well, I really had a bad relationship with my dad, and Dorn is just standing there awkwardly. And he's just like, oh my gosh.
This is the worst thing I have ever experienced. I want to punch every single Sigismund I can come across. My feet are quivering with rage, and this helmet smells of sulfur.
Why does it smell of sulfur? Do you have too many eggs or something?
Am I to lie on this leather-wrapped pedestal?
Yes, relax.
It's called a couch here on Terra.
I see.
Drink the tea.
It is not fashioned from stone. Why?
But because it's a couch. It's supposed to be comfortable.
I'm surprised the couch can hold his
Stone
weight.
is a stronger material. You should consider making your next couch out of stone.
Ooh, that noise.
Wow.
Are you at the very least comfortable?
No.
How dare he?
Okay, it is a good
That's
thing I do not care.
That's my line. You can't say my line. No, I'm fully aware Dorn is hiding under the helmet. I think it's funny.
Good, my emperor. Apathy for the weak-willed is strength. None shall feel comfort until your will is done.
Please stop shouting.
I am not shouting.
You are.
I am but exercising the might of my vocal cords, emperor.
Listen
Okay.
here. I am to talk to you about the concept of hatred. Did you know that your Black Templars are the top-ranking embodiments of pure hatred amongst all loyal Space Marines?
Of course. I am honored, Emperor. We exemplify your burning hatred for the alien, the mutant, and the heretic. And we kill them in your name all the time. Hatred is a gift granted to us by you, as pure and holy as every other aspect of your divine being.
Refrain from projecting your disturbing Templar fantasies onto me, please.
Ew.
And also your spittle, if you can help
Yeah,
it.
you're being super creepy and weird.
We are talking about you now, Helbrecht. Having said that, do you ever consider if your hatred might have you end up making some regrettable decisions?
So that's a therapy question right there. It's pretty therapy. That's a therapy question. I think we're going down the therapy path, Chad. Original Slipliner. Thank you very much for resubscribing, and you've been here for 3 months. Excuse me, but it is oiled banana man and not an eggplant. I mean, you're right, but you know, the eggplant does also kind of cover who they are.
I see now. This is a test of my purity.
The fuck it is.
I can assure
Oh my
you,
gosh.
Emperor, I regret nothing.
No,
They got cup shards.
no, not boy. Don't mess up boy's eyes. No. Why would he throw it at a child? I get Black Templar, I guess. Whatever.
My eye.
Damn it.
Oh, come on. Stop whinging and wear a helmet, sir.
That was a perfectly constructed cup for beverages, salesman.
No! Do not listen to that eggplant small person. Your face is your shield.
Oh.
Hate your wound, and it will cease to exist.
Wow.
I can't see.
Oh no.
Right, shit, Heldrecht, listen. This is an intervention.
Oh,
There it
yes.
is.
I am quite adept at interventions. I am ready to intervene in the lives of all aliens, mutants, and heretics, and marmalize their disgusting innards.
Oh, that's fun.
Oh boy, okay. Let us go through the functions of this stupid chapter of yours. Ready the codex.
We're not gonna heal boy. Boy is bleeding.
It is prepared.
Good. Start off with the basics of Dorn's angry boys, and just why their pressure measures as high as the Hive City spire they regularly crush.
I'm hating this shard.
Yeah.
But my eye's still not working.
You are not hating enough.
Codex.
They're not gonna heal him. They're not gonna take him somewhere.
Attention.
They're like, no, our podcast is much more important than anything that any injury sustained on the set.
I am your lector on the basics of the Black Templars. Boy,
Yes?
what are the Black Templars?
Space Marines?
Your answer is only half correct, much like your eyesight.
Oh,
Chapter? Is it chapter?
Yes, this is correct. They are a Space Marine chapter, but they function in drastically different ways from the likes of the Ultramarines or the White Scars. Do you remember the White Scars?
Yes. They use bikes and hit the enemy when they don't think they will be attacked. Their
yeah.
chapter theme is about savaging the enemy tribes and bringing all humans together as one.
Yes.
They also have mustaches.
An
Okay.
acceptable answer.
Okay.
A bit on the shallow end, but good enough. What about the Ultramarines?
Spreadsheets.
Hey, look at boy. He doesn't know who the Ultramarines are. Point at him and laugh.
Shut up.
Hear
You
me,
suck.
Boy, for I will only say this once.
I listen.
The Ultramarines are a Space Marine chapter derived from the gene seed of the Primarch Rubuti Gilliman. They pride themselves immensely on their fanatical loyalty to the Space Marine chapter doctrine, that is the Codex Astartes, which their Primarch bend. Their tactics are very conventional and orthodox, but their Marines can be expected to fill any form of battle role for any kind of war, while also excelling at most of them to boot.
So, what's the punchline?
There is none.
Blue.
I am genuinely sick of shitting on the Ultramarines.
Really?
You had
Change of
set
heart?
up on the Ultramarines? Oh, that would have been a sight. How do you even defecate, my Emperor? I hope that it was not too hard nor too soft.
Fucking damn it,
Ew.
Elric, please be quiet in class.
Don't ask those questions.
So yes, boy, looking at these two chapters and the information provided thus far, tell me about the Black Templars.
Angry. Doblins.
I think they are a Space Marine chapter, dedicated far more than most to the utter annihilation of all Xenos, like the Orcs, all traitors, like the creepy Koaz priest, and all mutants, like my friend Billy.
Billy?
They're incredibly
happened to
destructive
Billy?
in battles and prefer to fight with close combat weapons, so they can personally make certain the filthy Xeno heretic mutant is slaughtered. They're also probably not loyal to the Codex Astartes, sort of like the White Scars, but more. I extrapolates this from the fact that they are Dadorable's sons.
Oh my
And
gosh.
I know Dadorable that
I'm sorry. The way he said it, that is so cute. That was just so cute. He says it differently each line. Hang on, I'm gonna go back. The first time it sounds more like dad, which he says it's more like dadorable, and this time, the second time he says dadorable. Honestly, no, I can't. That's too cute. We're going back.
extrapolates this from the fact that they are Dadorable's sons. And I know Dadorable doesn't like the
See, he said it different. That's so cute. Oh my gosh. Yes, I love Boy. I love Boy. I know I said things when I first met him, and I spoke out of haste. I spoke out of haste. I spoke out of haste. I'm sorry. I love him. I love him. So cute. 10 out of 10. Would pat on the head. Say, I'm proud of you, Boy. That he's cute. He's cute. Kudos to the voice actor. I love him. I love him.
Codex Astartes very much, and what with their aggressive and obsessive nature, I'm sure they are actively rebelling the usage of the Codex in its entirety.
Yeah, you got something quippy to
Did
say about
anyone
that?
murder and replace Boy just now?
I don't know. I couldn't hear a word of that garbled mouth salad.
Shut
Stop
up,
making
man.
consecutive noises, boy.
Shh, you be quiet now. This boy did something an actual cognitive life form would do for once. So, let us give him credit where credit is due.
Well done.
Attendants are responding with delightful tugs. Yes, yes.
No. Don't do that.
You are correct, boy.
Yay.
Yay, Boy.
Good job, boy. I am proud.
You don't
Hey, I
sound very
learned things
proud.
too. Remember the Space Wolves?
Did you learn how to read in the interim between the last Voxcast and this one?
No, my Emperor, I did not.
He does not know
Yeah.
how to read. Everyone point at him and laugh.
No. Can you tell me more about your friend, Billy?
Oh no.
Specifically that bit about him being a mutant.
Oh no.
Alright, let me use this as a SEGUE before it gets weird.
No mutants are allowed to tread us holy ground. None. Fuck.
This is exactly what I wanted to talk about.
Yeah.
While I can appreciate your hatred for the Xenos and the traitors, your hatred for river dolphins is a bit too much.
River what?
First, however,
Doblins.
Brett, what is your understanding of the mutant?
I'm never gonna think of dolphins the same way. It's no longer dolphin, it's doblin. Okay? Like, I'm going to say it as an accident in daily life. I don't say dolphin daily, but I'm gonna slip up in front of my parents and I'm gonna say doblin, and they're gonna be like, what? They're gonna be like, what? Yeah, this is not gonna go well for me.
There's no understanding the mutant. The non-standard human phenotypes are filth-born defected from your perfect design. Spiritual corruption taking the form of malformed fucking deviants.
Here's the thing though. They are still human.
I am not sure I understand. Are you sanctioning all mutants in this galaxy, my Emperor? Why?
Well,
Not
I am
all
saying,
mutants.
I am saying
Are
that.
you saying we have been wrong in slaying these
I am.
alien crossbreeds,
I'm
these
saying-
many-limbed monstrosities,
I'm
these
saying that.
Oh my.
telekinetic madmen, these beings with the countenance of actual literal sharks?
Have you ever been in like a debate with someone, or have you ever witnessed a debate where the other person, or like the person you don't particularly agree with, is just so frustrating to listen to? Like, they take what you say and they just go like so they take it so far, and they take what you said and then pull it out of like context and said, well, you said this, so why don't you think this, and this? I can't think of a good example right now, because I witnessed the debate. It wasn't like an official one. It was like between friends, and it was painful. It was so painful, and I was so annoyed at the other guy. I was like, oh my gosh, that is not. I was like, that's not what he. It was between two friends. And I was like, that's not what he said. He said this. You're taking it way too far. This is like that, and I'm hating it. I'm hating it. I do not like it. Ugh. It's every debate. I mean, but there are some debates that are like reasonable, and I've been in those, but like it's beyond just like, oh, you took what I said and you took it too far, versus like you are intentionally going too far. This person would always take your comment to the extreme. You're like, no, don't do that. Ugh. It's fine. It's fine. That's what it reminds me of. And like, I don't like listening to it. It makes me check out, and I just like, my brain shuts down, and I'm like, no, I'm not really interested in listening anymore. Or if I listen, I'm just going to be mad because you're being silly.
Are you saying this, my emperor?
I'm saying that perhaps you should give them a chance to be checked for sentience, intent, and loyalties before making the call about murdering them or not. And in the case of psychers, you could always call on the black ships to pick them up, you dumb idiot. That is exactly what they are there for.
But why? Why not just murder them? That is both easier and safer.
Looking through the lens of Imperial legislation, so would it be safer to dissolve the Black Templars in their entirety?
Ooh.
And by entirety,
Ooh.
I mean in your whole, unregulated, unsupervised entirety.
But why? Why, my emperor? Fucking why?
And also the whys. All the whys, where it's just like, why? And they make you explain everything. It's not an intellectual debate at that point. You like summer, so you want all the ice to melt at the poles? Yeah, it is kind of like that. Yeah, that is one heck of a first message to ever post. But yes, it's like that. It just goes and goes and goes and goes. Yeah. I've always had a hard time with this one podcast because if you look at the lore now, they're definitely not the same. They're portraying them previously in like previous editions, and that makes sense. Like, you can't expect every video to be like perfectly fine tuned to what today is, what's current now. But well, we'll get through it. It doesn't seem like I'm sad. I don't think his voice is going to improve, and it's just going to be grating and annoying. I think I could take it if his voice was a little more pleasant to listen to, but it's not. It's really not.
Because you are a literal legion of self-righteous, religious lunatics that regularly murders my people. And do not try to grok shit me by trying to justify your massacres of the innocent. Because then you are doing nothing but proving my point further.
Must not point out hypocrisy.
But they are mutants! They rebel against humanity!
Anyone who takes action and rebels against humanity, you are allowed to put down. But not all river dolphins rebel.
What? The dolphins? What?
Not all mutants rebel.
But they do! They rebel against your perfect form with their unnatural powers and fuck ugly faces!
Oh, now I'm worried. Am I rebelling against the Emperor with my unnatural powers in my face? I already get enough grief about my ears. I don't want to hear about my face. Helbrat, good sir. Mirrors, glass houses. Precisely. Yeah. Oh my gosh. River Aurelia. Yeah, I wonder. I need a version of what River Aurelia would look like. Oh no, you're right. I'm pretty, chat. I'm pretty. I have my pretty moments. You're right. I can't be ugly. I'm too pretty to be ugly. For those of you who might be new to this, there's a joke in my family that when you do something dumb, like my family members, we're not like stupid or anything, but when you do something dumb, we'll say like, "Oh, you're pretty. Oh, you're so pretty," just kind of it's an inside joke. So I've said it here a couple times on stream. So I have my pretty moments when I do something dumb. So that's me. I'm pretty, so I can't be all that ugly. Aurelia is getting a dolphin head for her next model. Oh no, that sounds awful. And that's when I start committing crimes, because dolphins are hateful beings, or dolbins.
In that same vein, you are rebelling against me for being bald and having a stupid perma-frown.
But I can fix this. I can get hair transplants. I will get hair transplants.
What the actual?
I am no rebel. I can also get plastic surgery. Please, my emperor. I am no rebel. I will be beautiful for you.
I think you just...
What just happened? The only way you are you're able to not be a traitor in the Imperium is only if you are if you're pretty enough, you're beautiful enough, then obviously you are not a traitor. Obviously, there are clearly no exceptions to this rule. All of the pretty people are loyal to the Emperor. I mean, they do have Rejuvenate, which does, depending on how you do it, let you last longer, but also kind of keeps your nicer face around, your younger face. Yeah, okay, you're right. But obviously there's no exceptions. Not one single attractive person has fallen to chaos. Oh wait, I lied. That's Fulgrim. I said that and I was like, no, wait, I'm pretty. I'm pretty. Nope, it's Fulgrim. Yeah, Fulgrim, he's quite fabulous, so I'm a liar.
Fell in your own dumb eugenics trap. Just because you can get hair transplant.
Oh, wait, no, I saw this comment. Oh, I need to see this. It is known that being too beautiful is a sign of corruption. Okay. So this is an interesting point that I think would be fun to talk about. I know you said it as a joke. Manx. Yeah. I think there's nothing, and this is probably just like, well, yes, obviously, duh, Aurelia, yes, we understand all this, but I just kind of want to say it. I think it is important. Like, if you were too beautiful, I could see people getting jealous, but the problem is when you find yourself, there's nothing wrong with wanting to be attractive and wanting to look attractive. However, it becomes a big problem when that is all you see yourself as. And you're going around constantly comparing yourself to others, because that's when self-conceit happens. And then that's when the corruption happens. If you put all you are into how you look, it is important to take care of yourself and to I think to be presentable in some ways. But But if that's all you care about and what others think about how you look, and you're going around to impress every single person, then it will slowly corrupt you, and it's not very fulfilling in the end. Because it's a shallow way of thinking, and you're not focused on the character. Actually, who said it? Was it? Hang on, I'm gonna find. Let me see if I have the right person who said it. Who said it? Gosh, I can't remember who said it. My friend just told me about it. Dang it. Okay, I don't remember who it is. It is some influential person. My friend told me this. This is an analogy that an influential financial guy, I don't think it's Warren Buffett. I'm not completely sure. It might be Warren Buffett. But he describes companies as a can of soup. And he says that everyone looks on the outside of the can to judge it. And they're like, oh, this looks like a good can of soup. But it's not a good can of soup until you open it and see what's on the inside. And the whole, that goes for companies, but it also goes for people. If you're so worried about making yourself look like a good can of soup, are you a good can of soup actually on the inside? You have to make yourself good soup, and the rest of it will come out eventually that you're a good can of soup. So, my friend told me that, and I really liked it, and I thought it would be good to share. And also, quick question: when I told you the soup analogy, what kind of soup did you think of? I think it's a kind of a funny personality question. It's like, okay, you are a can of soup. What soup are you? I think I'm gonna pull up a picture. I think I am the chunky, not this one. Yes, I'm this one. Okay. This is what I imagine. I am, where is it? Dang it, I just had it. This one. I am this one. I imagine this one when I imagine the soup analogy. I am the steak and potato, Campbell's chunky soup, the best soup. It's delicious. I love it. I haven't had it in ages, but it's so good. So we've got a lot of tomato soups. I have the friend that told me this. I asked them, I said, what soup did you imagine? And they went back and forth between tomato and chicken soup. It changes. I'm like, oh, that's interesting. Because I think of one soup. So we've got chicken. I'm sorry, I'm going to read the soups now. Oxtail. Oh, that's really good too. Tortilla. Yeah, but I don't normally look for oxtail soup in a can. So this is the first one that comes to mind. So, you're a stew. Okay, you can be a stew. That's allowed. See, I just wonder if the soup you imagine is either your favorite one or in a weird abstract sense, it says something about your personality. I don't know. It's really dumb. But when I was told this analogy, I'm like, what soup did you imagine? I feel like that's a personality thing. We shall resist your soup elitism. We are all soups, and the soups are ranked accordingly. Oh my gosh. No, you can't be garlic bread. You have to pick a soup. Somehow I picture a can with a plain white label that just says soup. Okay, that's funny. You're the mystery soup. Have you ever seen I saw one time, it was a post on the internet somewhere where this child was mad at their parents. So they went into the pantry and ripped all the labels off the cans. And what the parents did as punishment is that they opened 2 cans and said, this is your dinner. And they mixed it together. And the kid had to eat it until all the cans were gone. I'm like, dang, that was a clever punishment. Clever punishment. Yeah. So there you are, everyone. You now know really good. I don't know if it's Warren Buffett. I can't remember who the person was, but someone influential said it, and I just cannot remember. I will have to find it eventually. Or is it Charles Schwab? Was it him? Schwab? I have no idea. No idea. I'll have to ask my friend. Yeah, I'll have to confirm after stream, because I thought it was really good. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed that analogy. All right, we'll continue.
Plants does not mean you can grow actual hair. This effectively means you are deviating from my being, this perfect form you keep screaming about. I had hair as flowing and beautiful as a pooling waterfall in a lush oasis, yet your head is as barren as fucking Talarn.
No! No! My head is heresy! Loathe the hairless head, for it is impure!
Oh my.
Goodness. Alright, before you fucking scalp yourself, listen. I do not mean I want you to commit catalucide in my name, you deranged cube ball. In fact, I do not want you, nor your Templars, to slam down your gigantic fucking pressure levels on any more humans, no matter how wretched they may look. Unless, of course, they are actual for real no-holds-barred peer-reviewed and certified traitors of humanity.
But it has to be peer-reviewed. Definitely, you gotta get that peer review in. Someone said he's become Waluigi. Wah! No, you're right. You are so right.
But my Emperor, they cause unrest and rebellion wherever they go. If we were to spare them, war would break loose.
Okay, how about this? Let us start with some baby steps. Just like how you can get hair transplants to fill that blank space on your round glossy head, you can simply call on the black ships in the case of the Psychers. And as for the rest, you can just cover up their fuck ugly faces with blankets or masks, or full body suits, or whatever else.
Get that paper bag.
Really, I do not care all too much what you do as long as you do not straight up murder them in cold blood.
That seems fair.
It is a waste of resources, time, and fluids.
Ew.
Save your hate for an orc. They are just as ugly as any given mutant. And seeing how many Marines you have in the Black Templars, I would say you are expending a few too many bolts on fish faces and ratlings.
I understand, Emperor. The odious mutant numbers will be thinned by us no more.
We are making great progress, correct? Can you not feel your inner hatred evaporate and rise like steam off your stoveplate of a head?
No, my Emperor, I remain absolutely fucking livid.
Do not.
Honestly, that's a line right there. I don't know in what situation I would ever say that line, but are you less angry out? No. Nope. Absolutely not.
Worry, it is merely your slow idiot brain that has yet to catch up with the fact that you are a changed man. Your hatred will dissipate, much like your legion, if the High Lords or the Inquisition found out about the actual number of Marines under your command.
Those fools have no power over us. What great deed have they performed that can match ours? We have continued your great crusade in your absence, having gone through the galaxy for 10,000 years without pause. We have no time for their mindless bureaucracy and petty squabbles. What we do with our crusade is none of their business.
I have to say that is rather impressive. While I hesitate to call it anything other than a crazy train going on a merger tour
crazy
throughout the
train.
galaxy, your chapter is more loyal to my original edicts concerning the Space Marine Legions than any other chapter. Hey boy,
Yes, my lord?
do you know how many Space Marines there are in a Codex-compliant Space Marine chapter?
It's 1,000, right?
Correct.
They
Now,
have
guess
more.
how many the Black Templars have?
A lot. A lot.
Maybe 3,000? That's 3 entire chapters in one. That's a lot.
Interesting. What does the Black Templar Codex say about this?
Well, it is rather vague, as it is only an estimate, but it says between 5,000 and
That's a lot of 'em.
6,000 Marines are in the Black Templars.
Holy mundus plane!
Stop that dead joke.
Damn, that's practically an entire legion.
Wow, legume.
Oh, no.
A legume.
Does that mean it's legume soup?
That is.
Furthermore, it also says that the only one who knows the true number of Marines in the Black Templars is the High Marshal himself.
Time to spill those Templar beans.
The Templar bean.
So it is legume soup then?
Good joke. That was a good joke.
Relax. Your crusade is not ending.
Oh. Good, that's good. In that case, yes, we are 6,551 strong.
Goodness.
Smashing.
Wow, numbers.
I quite enjoy your numbers. As I said,
Whoa,
it is the
numbers.
closest we can get to an actual legion in this day and age. Your chapter is living proof that the strict laws against legion building are entirely unnecessary.
They're gonna happen anyway.
Yes!
If a single chapter is capable of bringing over 6,000 Marines into its fold, while also remaining loyal for over 10 millennia, I do not see why other chapters could not do the same. In fact, every single chapter in existence should strive to reach the same heights. Renounce that shitty legislation, and start building legions again.
Yes.
Sir, perhaps this should be discussed in finer detail with the High Lords before being properly legislated.
No! You heard our Emperor! Fuck the rules! They are dead! Hear me, my Astartes brothers! Join us on our eternal crusade in the name of our Emperor! Purge this galaxy of all Femstodes, heretics, and fuck!
Hold your throat, gross hellbreak. We have more to discuss before I let you loose upon the galaxy once more. Codex Trooper, proceed.
Oh, yes. As
Gosh,
established,
okay.
The Black Templars do not adhere to the Codex Astartes, but instead follow the Oath of Sigismund. They are a fleet-based chapter, of course, with no official home planet whatsoever.
You cannot crusade with a planet. Believe me, we have tried this.
I loved sometimes the way he talks. It's very much Dorn. There's so much Dorn, you could hear it. He's like, you cannot crusade with the planet. Yes, you are, yep, you are correct. And the whole stone comment earlier, it's like, you should make your next couch out of stone. It's a much stronger material. You'll do much better with that. Yeah, that is so Dorn. It's so Dorn.
Right, yes. So, the closest thing they have to a fortress monastery is the High Marshal's own Gloriana-class battleship called...
The Eternal Crusader is not a fortress monastery. Only we
He just said he wasn't.
conformists submit to the will of a book. The Eternal Crusader is the sacred spiritual home of we Templars, having been our esteemed father Rogel Dawn's favorite spaceboat during the early days of the Great Crusade. The greatest of its kind.
Yes,
It's pretty cool.
Incredibly great. Not a fortress monastery, of course. It's just your spiritual home and the base of operation, and of course, a great boat. I'm certain its musky generiums vibrate your pancreas just right. Anyway,
I do not have pancreas. A filthy orc took them in glorious battle.
Oh my.
I made him choke on them.
Be quiet for just a moment, Sir Knight.
Oh my.
Silence is for the grave.
You're standing in a Palestine's grave.
You know, I could take that to heart. Silence is for the grave. So I'm just gonna keep yapping until I stop. We're just gonna yap and yap and yap and yap.
Right now, so shut up.
thank you. So, the Black Templars are almost entirely fleet-based, and they are rarely assembled in their entirety. They are instead divided into a number of smaller crusades, going off on their own.
That's what I mentioned earlier. Remember that, Adorable? Remember when I mentioned that? Because I did.
I bet you
I did mention that.
So he hated that. I bet you he's very happy about having that name now, so he's not being considered being a Dorn.
If the Templars' crusade is actually just many crusades going on at the same time, is it really a crusade?
Of course it is!
It might be less confusing if you called the
Confusing.
smaller crusades sub-crusades, like Sir Eggplant smartly did earlier.
Oh.
I mean, sorry.
Oh my gosh, who is Boy today? Boy has like picked up a book and he's reading, and he just was very kind to Sir Eggplant. I wonder if he's gonna be like, oh, that was very, very nice of you. I mean, you are absolutely right. Minnesota Fats, thank you for the super chat. I agree with Luton's stance that 40k has a weird numbers problem. It makes more sense for the Astartes to have 100,000 Marines and the chapters to have 5k to 10k. I don't know too much about 40k to be like, oh yes, the numbers are so off or wrong. I'll take your word for it though. There are tons of Space Marines. Like, it was even a decent amount, like, when the Codex Astartes went to play. So trying to do, like so many chapters and so much paperwork, if it's 1,000 per chapter. Like, ooh. All sci-fi is bad with numbers? Yeah, because we've never had to deal with numbers that big before. It's a lot. It's a lot of work.
Of course, just a suggestion.
Were you just referring to me?
Yeah.
Our holy crusades are beneath the title of crusade to you. Is that what you are saying, small person? I will teach you to respect our fucking terminology, you sub-sized, subhuman piece of shit.
I'm gonna fight him.
Whoa, hey.
Shut your mouth.
Did you see Sir Eggplant was defending Boy there? That's like the only time we'll see that today.
Sigismund, I'm tired of your constant, overly aggressive whining. You will learn to take criticism, or I will personally assign you to an anger management class in the Eye of Terror. Am I making myself clear?
Did you just call me Sigismund?
I highly recommend you take the Sentry Bear's advice. The furious fire burning in your loins are like frail embers compared to the cold abyss of rage you are about to drop into.
I do not understand a word of what you just said, my Emperor, but I shall abide by you.
Right, so the Black Templars only have a few crusades ongoing
Only
at
a
any
few.
given time. The size of these crusades vary entirely based on necessity, depending on wherever they are intended to operate.
Just imagine if the Black Templars decided to deploy their entire legion in a single operation.
That would be scary.
The conflict would be over before a single guardsman regiment has the time to go die.
Now you're pushing it.
Is optimism anathema to you?
Yes. So,
Yes.
the crusades are most often fairly simple in their final goals. Find planet, reconquer planet, kill all hostiles.
It's a good
When
plan.
world has
Very
been
straightforward.
conquered by the Black Templars, they usually set up chapter keeps, which serves as potent reminder that the Emperor is always watching, in the form of giant, angry bolter monks playing Lincoln Loyalist songs at full blast all day, every day.
Well, Linking Loyalist.
Tasteful.
The primary purpose of these fortresses, other than to act as trashy Space Marine nightclubs, is to find new recruits from the planet's populations, as well as acting as staging posts for future crusades.
I am certain their recruitment requirements is for the potential recruit to approach the building and make a personal noise complaint.
I mean, yeah. If you're courageous enough to do that, knowing what ill fate awaits you, you deserve to become a Space Marine.
I mean, they're not wrong.
Speak of our sacred recruitment trials like they are some kind of joke.
Aren't they?
Stop.
Yes, they are a bit crazier when it comes to choosing the
Ooh, I need to know how they do it.
Each and every single Black Templar is a champion and a hero of hundreds of campaigns, allegedly, and even before that transition from small boy to strong superhuman, it is made certain that only the recruits with true potential are picked out. Many are harvested from fierce warrior cultures on the deadliest of death worlds.
Okay.
Just to make sure they are a stocky bunch even before the increased muscle growth is administered.
All right.
You know, considering these chapter
But is there
keeps are
more?
primary, if not sole recruitment drives, it sounds strange to the point of contradictory that a majority of recruits are from fierce warrior cultures on death worlds. I mean, how often do death worlds need reclaiming when compared to,
Oh,
say,
that is a very
hive
good
worlds,
point.
or forge worlds, or even agri worlds? I would have thought the Black Templars had their keeps erected on such planets rather than death worlds and the like, considering the fact that populated planets are more at risk of being attacked and pillaged by Xenos invaders.
No, you're very right.
Naive, Sir Nude Man.
Rude.
Our chapter keeps are most often built upon worlds that have not yet been conquered by the Imperium. Just like our Emperor had in the early days of the Great Crusade, we continue to reunify the Imperium with mankind's lost tribes across the stars.
So, you often deal with humans, not yet enlightened by our glorious overlord, then?
We spread his light wherever we go.
And pray tell, what do you do with these tribes upon finding them?
We rip out whatever primitive religion established in the years of solitude by its roots, and replace it with the sacred edicts of our God Emperor. Anyone who looks the least bit suspicious is to be summarily purged like the fucking heretic that they are.
Naturally.
As is the case with your name, iconography, titles, and organization, we are going to have to work on your stupid, archaic terminology, but that will be for another time.
Yeah, baby
Continue.
steps, baby steps.
Right, so when a recruit has been, well, recruited, they are subjected to the most punishing selection regimes imaginable to make sure they are worthy of joining the Eternal Crusade. The Templar chaplains ensure that the recruits are strong of spirit, and the chapter apothecaries check them down to the cellular level as to make entirely certain that they are free of the taint of mutation.
They're really,
As
really
well
worried
as
about
strong
that.
enough to live through the training they will be subjected to.
That's insane.
I'll never be a space marine.
Boy, never say never.
Ooh,
Do not.
are we gonna get a boy becoming a Space Marine arc? I don't know, maybe not, since the show got canceled. Well, the series got canceled, really. So, man, that would be so cool.
give up on your
Then he would really be like, I think Dorn would be like, you will become an Imperial Fist. And then he really would be his son, and that's so cute.
dreams.
I miss my eye.
Do you regularly check people down to the cellular level as to make sure they are not mutants?
Yes!
That is just fucking pedantic.
'Cause then
sound
you
more
turn 'em
like a
into
bunch of
mutants
insane
afterwards.
house despots beset with germophobia. Man, you do, Space Marines. Stop that immediately, please.
But,
Wait, sorry, my lords. I got a question.
What thoughts move in your tiny mind, boy?
Well, the Adorable told me stuff about the Codex Astartes book before, and can you please tell me again what the thing was about the companies?
There are 10 companies in a Codex-compliant chapter.
Yes.
No.
And
Okay, yeah.
each of them have a captain and a chaplain, and then
Apothecary?
Apachikar?
Apothecary, yes.
Oh.
Get to the point, please.
Right.
Excuse
so
you.
Each company only has 2 of those last ones, but the Templars have like a million or something.
What?
What do you mean?
we do?
I mean, they have 1 Apache guy and 1 chaplain for each chapter keep. And from what I've heard,
wow.
they build chapter keeps on each planet they take over.
That's a lot.
And since they've been taking over planets for a lot of years, long time, there must be many planets taken over.
I understand what Boy is trying to tell us.
You do?
He is saying that there must be a ridiculous amount of apothecaries and chaplains barked out in those Blackstone
Yeah.
cavalries. more so than any other chapter, in fact.
Why deploy a dozen specialist roles per chapter when you can make 1,000?
I can appreciate that to a certain extent,
Huh.
albeit these Marines might end up as shadows of true Astartes with their respective titles simply plastered on to create an air of authority. Compared to the few dedicated specialists in other chapters, the Black Templars specialists deposited on some tribal rock for the remainder of their service cannot possibly retain their fervor as Space Marines.
Do not worry, my Emperor. We never allow our Templars a moment of laxity, even if they are stationary. We make sure that the Black Templar of the Eternal Crusade always has something to fight, be it Xenos,
Okay,
heretics,
how do you make
fauna,
sure?
unruly citizens, planetary tides, or severe anxiety.
That's the only thing I ever fight.
Oh no,
That's whatever
boy.
disease inflicts your lungs.
And the darkness in my right eye.
Once a recruit has begun his training, he becomes a so-called neophyte. This, of course, means he has to sever all links to his previous life.
That's
and
pretty
begin a
normal.
life dedicated to the Eternal Crusade. The neophyte then proceeds to train in the Chapter Keep, and once deemed ready, is transported to one of the Black Templar Crusades.
And where do they go from there? Do they have something similar to a scout company? As codexless as they are, even the Space Wolves have neophyte divisions in the form of blood claws.
I cannot see the Black Templars doing something worse than stuffing their neophytes into power armor and having them act as assault troops.
Ooh, ominous laughter.
No, sorry, it's just that instead of having a scout company or dedicated neophyte division with teachers specialized in raising new Marines, the Black Templars instead have their neophytes separated one by one and then sent to individual Black Templar battle brothers. These brothers are called initiates, and they are to teach the young neophytes the ways of war and the sacred rituals of their chapter.
Wait, an initiate? Like a neophyte is given to another neophyte, or what?
No, I mean...
What do you mean?
I need to
an
know.
initiate is a battle brother.
Of course he'd be a battle brother, but he's not a full Marine if he's an initiate, is he?
No, I mean...
He is. An initiate is the term used for regular battle brothers in the Black Templars.
Yes.
What?
Thank you.
What?
That is dumb.
That is dumb. Thank you, my Emperor.
I suppose they do not mean initiate as in someone who has been initiated, but rather an initiator, someone who is initiating the initiates.
That's a
you know?
dumb name, though.
Nope, still dumb. That is
Yep.
still dumb. That is completely
That is still dumb.
Why can't they just call them Battle Brothers?
Yeah, see? Even Boy thinks it's dumb. Even Boy thinks it's dumb.
Stop criticizing our holy edicts, unclothed one!
No, Professor Emperor is going to allow this. It is valid criticism, and you must take this verbal whipping
Yes.
for allowing such confusing terminology to plague the minds of your initiates.
Do you mean the initiates or the initiate battle brothers?
Obviously both, you fucking grease bomb.
Makes sense, I guess.
Just to move on a little bit, so each neophyte is given to a fully fledged battle brother in the chapter, who is then expected to train the neophyte as a pupil, yes?
Correct. Each neophyte receives their own personal tuition and training by their initiate. They are
Okay.
taught about the chapter's history, its secrets, and the responsibility that comes with the Templar bloodline.
It is quite non-metaphorically a chapter dedicated to homeschooling. To understand quality control as not part of your asinine curriculum.
We find our system works much better than what that awful codex demands. Now our neophytes are allowed to fight side by side with our battle brothers.
That is
and
helpful,
learn
though.
From their example. In return, these children learn to obey their masters without question, doing his every bidding, be it performing domestic chores, preparing feasts, or rinsing fluid
Ew.
recovery systems. A solemn oath is sworn by the Templar to train his neophyte, and will do so until the neophyte is ready to become a fully fledged battle brother.
Okay,
or
so-
until either of them die.
So it's kind of like knights and squires kind of. I don't know if knights in medieval times had that responsibility towards their squire, but it definitely seems like it's a knight-squire relationship where the squire might be able to become a knight later. So, yeah.
Dice.
Did you copy-paste your recruitment program from an old medieval town?
What?
You could
Yo. Yes. Yeah, I was on the mark there. I mean, that's what it sounds like. I mean, I do think it is, I don't know if knights in medieval times let their squires fight. I'm not familiar enough. But that is helpful, I think. Yeah, hands-on training. That honestly is the best kind of training you can get. If you get in there in the thick of things, that is, in my opinion, that is the best way to learn. Because sometimes you have to move quickly and you have to get it out. Oh, war is a little different, but with maybe more regular, more like standard jobs, minimum wage, part-time jobs. It's better just to kind of get in the thick of it, and then you'll get used to it, I think, a lot faster. But that's me and my experience with jobs like that. I was homeschooled, but not like this. Honestly, this would be an interesting homeschooling program. All right, kid, come with me. We're gonna go fight some heretics. Make sure you clean my armor and stuff and all of that. And yeah, I'll try to protect you so you don't die. That would be quite the homeschooling program. I don't know if I would want to be the squire in that situation, but
could have just as well gone the full mile and called your neophytes squires, because that is what they are.
Yeah, they are.
Squires to
Yep.
your knights.
Yep.
They are servants of a Templar,
Woo-hoo-hoo.
looking to become a Templar themselves. It is an ancient system that I cannot believe an organization of Space Marines has unironically picked up on.
The shame.
Professor Emperor can feel his bones rattle on a molecular level. Make it stop.
Excuse me, but aren't squires those silly, thin-limbed walkers that follow Imperial Knights around?
oh, is there?
My Imperium is so fucking stupid.
To go on further,
There's so much stuff in the world. You can't be perfectly unique in your naming conventions. Oh gosh, it's just gonna get confused all the time when your empire is this big.
over a period of years serving their initiate, the neophyte receives all necessary genetic implants. It is the initiate's decision as to when the neophyte has finished his training. Only then is the neophyte given his black carapace and his power armor.
Dun dun dun.
Excuse me, Lord, but I have a question.
What boggles your brain, boy?
What happens if an initiate dies before training is done?
Well, according
Does
to
the neophyte get a new
if
one?
The neophyte's training is incomplete. Another initiate would take him under his wing, but what if the training is basically complete? Does he take up his the initiate's mantle? That'd be kind of cool. only if the initiate deems the neophyte worthy of his wisdom.
Yikes.
Fuck no, how would that even work? What if a neophyte, for whatever reason, is rejected by every single initiate nearby? What happens to him then?
Perhaps he is sent back to his home planet.
I
What if
doubt
he
that.
already has loads of implants?
I do not see how that could be an issue unless the gene seed is already implanted, sir. That's the only part of an Astarte's anatomy that has any semblance of true worth.
And what happens if the gene seed has been implanted? Do they desperately attempt to surgically remove it, killing the neophyte?
Making a lot of assumptions here.
I mean, these are good questions.
To this one.
This hypothetical situation does not happen in our chapter, my Emperor.
Yeah.
So you do not have to worry.
This is not very reassuring.
If it were to happen, it is clear to see that it was the will of the Emperor, you, my Emperor, that said neophyte was not meant to enter the Black Templars.
Oh, that's lame.
So what do you do with him? If the gene seed has already been implanted, the only thing you can really do is to not waste this precious, limited resources to still keep him around until his progenoid glands have grown new gene seed, then kill him and extract it.
kinda answered your own question there.
Yeah.
Sounds like an excellent
Oh,
idea, Emperor.
don't give him
We shall
ideas.
employ this strategy in future instances of this happening.
Yikes.
Shoving them into the meat grinder has not been the most peerless of tactics.
Even if this occurrence is as infrequent as you make it out to be, I would greatly prefer you not waste significant resources and manpower to prepare an initiate, only to kill him, because he cannot be properly schooled and due to your inept trading hierarchy.
Nevertheless, continuing on, when a neophyte has finished his training, he then becomes an initiate himself.
Still as confusing as ever.
Initiates are organized into Crusader squads, which are the most numerous squads in the chapter.
Okay.
These Crusader squads form the backbone of the fighting companies that are organized within the Black Templar Crusades.
So they do use companies after all.
Well, sort of. See, each crusade in the Templars' Eternal Crusade is led by a marshal, or alternatively, the High Marshal.
That is I.
The leader of any given crusade sections his crusade into fighting companies, if it is large enough to warrant splitting up. After this, a Marine out of the Sword Brethren, the Marshal's honor guard, will be elected to the role of Castellan, the leader of the fighting company.
So all of their organization is fleeting? Not even their captains are permanent?
Neither the Castellans nor the fighting companies are permanent.
They just rearrange them
In fact,
every
their
time.
entire organizational structure is incredibly independent and improvised. Marines will fight not out of any form of imposed organization, but strictly out of familiarity and comradeship. It is also worth pointing out that none of these squads have dedicated veteran sergeants, as all warriors who excel in combat are elevated to the rank of Sword Brethren, serving with their Marshal.
Okay.
Or High Marshal.
Allowing any force, especially one as huge as the Templars, to organize themselves is a mistake. About task huge
Yeah.
as a giant really pom-pom Magnus has hanging from his head.
Oh, this is a
The
organizational
chances of squad
nightmare.
segregating from the rest of their forces not only likely, it is an inevitability. By allowing these Marines, without a veteran to keep them in line, mind you, to form squads exclusively with those that they prefer the company of, an isolationist mindset of innate elitism will start festering in their minds.
Crusader
This will
clicks.
eventually
Yeah,
lead to
pretty
them
much.
seeing their fellow Black Templars as lesser merely for existing outside of their self-ordained group of best Marines.
Are you sure you're not getting overly worried about a problem that isn't as recurrent as you might expect?
Definitely not. You are underestimating the intrinsic self-interest in all of mankind.
Oh, yeah.
No one is beyond
Yep.
it, no matter the amount of psycho-indoctrination.
A rather pessimistic point of view even I would hesitate to subscribe to, it has to be said. But, actually, I have another question. Something unrelated to the organization of the Templars, finally.
What is it?
Seeing as how the Black Templars look at psychers and see mutants undeserving of life, how do the Templars do basic things like travel through space or send astropathic messages? Both are ridiculously important to the Templar way of warfare.
They would have to
seeing
use
as they're both
navigators.
fleet-based and spread out all across the galaxy.
You would
They
think.
must still make use of astropaths and navigators, yes?
No chapter in the galaxy could function without these psychers.
Yeah, correct.
Especially not the Black Templars.
Allow me
Because since
to
they're
explain.
fleet-based, too.
Yes, the Black Templars are unfortunately cursed in having to deal with these abhorrent psychers for all eternity. But the psychers we do make use of are exclusively those serving non-combat roles, as to distance all our warriors from the taint of the warp. Those
Okay.
psychers that are allowed to serve us must have repented for the strain their existence causes on humanity, and must have been sanctified by those imperial organizations dedicated to such vile tasks.
How would you expect to cleanse the adolphinable taint of mutation from all of mankind when you allow mutants
dolphins.
to work under your very willies?
We figured we would kill them last.
What great planning.
Yeah.
I suppose you could decommission yourselves straight after, considering the general consensus amongst certain organizations is that Space Marines, too, are undesired mutants and strains on human society.
Wouldn't be the first time.
So what if a Black Templar becomes a psyker? I don't know this because I've not really read too much about the Black Templars, but my guess is when they are going through and finding aspirants to become a Black Templar, that they will detect that mutation, because they said they go down, at least here they say they go down to like a cellular level, so likely they won't be. I think the only like instance of you possibly having a psyker amongst the Black Templars is like right when the Black Templars started, and maybe there was a former librarian or something like that in the Black Templars, but I highly doubt that's the case. But like I said, I don't know much about him, but I don't think that's a thing that's occurred. So yeah, that's my take on it.
You've given such an order, sir.
Could you stop chiming in with your passive-aggressive quips already?
No, I think not.
It is getting a bit frustrating.
No, I share that sentiment. I just feel this constant urge to point out all the hypocrisy I can find, and I just cannot stop doing it.
It's easy in in 40K.
Why, though?
I'm just honest with myself, and with you. I don't know, after 10,000 years, I guess I've just kind of lost it. And there's something that is sort of making my blood pressure go haywire right now, especially with our Emperor's measurement techniques in mind.
What?
See, I just cannot help but compare this little discussion to a certain council that our glorious overlord decided to have a while back.
The Council of Nicaea was in a different time, and different actions were required to safeguard mankind.
The trial of Magnus the Red was a reactionary fuckfest where ignorant, self-deceiving sectarians were allowed to spew their sheltered judgments over a legion and a Primarch closer to you than any other. And you, of course, both allowed it and legislated in favor of it. And now, a few years later, you are criticizing the exact thing that you and your more ignorant sons did back in the day.
Oh no.
Hypocrisy, hypocrisy, hypocrisy.
You are correct.
Oh, am I?
The children who stood against Magnus and his psychers that day were exactly the kind of dumbass isolationists that are ruining the Imperium to this day. Magnus was absolutely correct in his claim that being fearful of the unknown is the mark of the ignorant. However, my edict was not unjustified, and allowing Magnus to go free would have led to my other sons doubting my judgment. Just imagine if Horus had Lehman, Rogel, and Corvus on his side in addition to his original roster. Getting the Black Templars to stop murdering psychers is a far cry from the decision I made during the council.
Yeah.
So, while you are correct, you are of course also incorrect, so please secure your stupid cone-headed face, you ghastly, naked coas apologist.
Only as long as you start plugging up those cadaverous orifices all over your corpse, because you are leaking several bathtubs worth of liquid hypocrisy every day, and it is getting all the harder to clean up when I'm constantly reminded of the giant asshole it dribbled out of.
That is it! How dare you insult our Emperor in such a manner! You are supposed to be a custodian god!
I am the conservator of an angry corpse, that's what I am!
And I am apparently a fucking baby.
Yeah, right.
Bunch of spoiled, unclothed man children who have not left home for 10 damn millennia.
And can you imagine how Kitten felt? Like how the Emperor is right now, Kitten had to deal with all of this. Kitten had to deal with all of their crap.
Yes, we are all suffering in here. Absolutely fantastic.
You know, looking back at this conversation, I don't feel mutants should be killed as much as normal humans should be. It's the normals who are the ignorant ones. It's the normals who define what's decent and what's not. It's the normals who
You're just mad because because the Emperor wants you to put your clothes back on. Because most of the other custodians wear armor and you just don't want to wear your armor. You're just mad about that. I'm pretty sure you're just mad about that, buddy.
constantly demand better living standards while abhorring the perma-hobo mutants. It's the normals who insist on wearing clothes.
Yes! Oh my freaking gosh. I am... Oh, got him. I got him. Oh my gosh. I surprise myself sometimes. That was awesome. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Someone clip this for Bard just in case. I don't know if I've seen him recently. Woohoo! That's so funny. Stop using my psyker abilities. I can't help it, man. I call out what I see. I have really good guesses. I used to do this as a child with my siblings, and I've got really good at guessing. Yeah, that was not my best laugh. It was definitely a cackle. I'm very pleased with myself. All right, we'll keep going. I just thought that was so funny. The cackles are the best. Ew, no. I mean, that's how you know you're getting the true emotion out of me if I'm cackling. But I like to have like a normal laugh that's not cackling. Fred, go back.
You constantly demand better living standards while abhorring the perma-hobo mutants. It's the normal to insist on wearing clothes all the damn time. The normals are disgusting. We should bomb them.
Holy shit, no! Stop!
Please do not kill my family.
Oh no!
Boy, I'm trying to stop him from killing your dumb family, and you're interrupting
Stop bullying the boy.
Crap, what the fuck is going on?
me. He a hater. He a buster.
Abhor the normals.
I'm sure our glorious overlord will promote the senseless slaughter of the innocent. Let's do it. Why not? Let's prove a
Your
point.
insanity threshold is bordering on coatic skilletis.
Stop criticizing my clothing.
Maim, kill, burn.
Skillet tits. Yeah, I've kind of thought that this whole time. Skillet tits. It was a gaggle, a giggle, cackle. Yeah.
Bordering on coatic skilletis.
Stop criticizing my clothing.
Maim, kill, burn. Maim, kill, burn. Maim, kill, burn.
Oh.
I only wear the most fashionable buckets.
Maim, kill, burn. 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 Maim, kill, burn.
Silence!
Dang. He brought everyone into order. He's obviously a really good leader of the angriest legion because he just made all the angry people in the room stop. So his title is well deserved, I say. C. Thomas, thank you for the super chat. A twofer for the good Yapton General. Yeah. Thank you. I will be here for the next maybe hour. Oh my gosh.
I understand now. I understand what you are trying to teach me.
So that was not
So
scripted.
please stop yelling!
Not exactly the intent, but go on.
I see now the folly of our ways. I have been blinded by my hatred that I am not seeing clearly. As you have demonstrated, the hatred in one's soul cannot be allowed to fester like it has. It must be exercised, culled, and tempered before it is unleashed.
Now that he's understood the lesson, is he gonna have like anime girl transform moment where he's like normal again and not angry? That'd be funny. Probably not though.
We must not allow ourselves to act rash nor assume the worst, for that path leads to dark places and loud screaming!
Yes, exactly.
Precisely what we meant.
Yes, of course. Very good.
Yeah, I don't want to kill no normals.
Thank you, my Emperor. Please tell me what you wish of us, and I shall return to my chapter and spread your word.
So I've been waiting. Dorn is gonna get revealed, and I wonder if it's gonna undo everything they've just done, or if Dorn is just gonna hide in his helmet. Because we still have 20-ish minutes left. I'm interested to see what's gonna happen in 20 minutes.
An excellent suggestion. My primary demand is that you stop fucking around with overt fanaticism, get yourselves organized more properly, and do not subscribe to this insanity-driven martyrdom garbage that the ecclesiarchy has been peddling. In addition, I actually came up with an idea.
It isn't a council, is it?
I wish to send a few, well, let's call them Transfer Brothers.
Transfer
over to
Brothers?
your chapter.
Transfer Brothers.
What does this entail, my
Are you sending
glorious
Ultramarines
overlord?
over?
Could someone bust open a chart of all recorded mutant phenotypes in the galaxy?
Certainly. Here you go, my Emperor.
Alright,
Okay.
so these Transfer Brothers will be sent over to serve in your chapter and learn of your ways, while you learn to utilize these new brothers to the best of your chapter's abilities.
Understood. So, who are these Transfer Brothers to be?
I would like to send over a few Space Marine librarians.
Oh.
My Auri screen.
Librarian! Understood, my Emperor. I am sorry, please. Carry on.
Oh, he
I would
apologized.
also like to send over a few Sanction Psychers to act in battle roles.
Battle Psychers!
Are you going to keep screaming for each new Transfer Brother I bring up?
I am sorry, my Emperor, but why? It is extremely rare and unconventional for Space Marine chapters to use normal humans in battle roles, especially Psychers.
Good thing you are already using the Codex Astartes.
He don't
as
like
nothing
those
short of
nerds.
Toilet paper then. Continuing on, I would also like to send a few Imperial citizens with inquisitive minds who are a bit too vocal about their opinions, sort of like breast pads over here.
Why?
I figured that if there is anything a self-righteous, angry Space Marine would have problems dealing with, it's people with opinions.
Karens. The natural enemy of the Black Templars. Karens.
Makes sense, I suppose.
Good thing you agree for once. Next up, I want to send some Ratlings. Shut your fucking face already. You are getting Ratlings. They are to be your brothers in arms. Deal with it.
But they're so unhygienic.
And just for not being able to keep your biases in check for even a minute, I am throwing in an extra mutant.
Oof.
Like one of these felons. They look pretty wacky.
Never heard of them before.
Sounds like some kind of tyrannid.
Are they the cat people?
Cat people confirmed.
Fuck.
From now on, I will check up on you and your new transfer
my
brothers
gosh.
every other Voxcast.
He's like, I hate cat girls. Horrible. I hate those cat girls. Dig it.
To see if they still live. I will send a few of my custodians with you to act as my eyes and ears, so I will know exactly how well you treat your new
Good idea,
brothers.
good idea.
Very well, my Emperor. I am sure they will all die, but I shall try to have them not die.
That is about as reassured as I can get.
Yeah, really.
Now, before I send you back to the giant obsidian space container from which you hail, we shall now go through some questions sent in by the citizens of the...
So honestly, he just got pulled here, probably via the warp. When he gets sent back through the warp, won't his other battle brothers just like want to straight up kill him because he's touched the warp and he's probably tainted now? Because that seems like that's what will likely happen when he gets back, even though he's a changed man, or he's trying to change. I think that's going to be a problem, and he's just going to get beat up when he goes back. It's not a good sign.
Imperium.
Oh, yes. Only the citizens of the Imperium, of course. No heretics or Xenos involved.
Of course! I shall aid you in the answering of these questions, my Emperor. You need but to lead me to them, and I shall cut them down with my swords!
My words, yes.
Right, so...
Swords.
First question in today's mailbag is from a being named Darth Revan, the first one, unique one. Dear fellow Emperor, I used to be an emperor too, in the galaxy far, far away. But how I come to be here, and thou camest to be on this throne, matter not. I was wondering, since your people are showing weakness and admiration, why not abuse of it? During your time when you had still meaty bits, you have proven countless times to be superior, not perfect. Sometimes way too patient and unsubtle in diplomatic relations. But the gap between them, what they can achieve in their lifetime and what you would achieve in your lifetime, make you more than just an emperor. It make you a god or demigod. In adoration,
this is a long
veneration
one.
Is only natural. If you fear for your very own existence, rely on the Primarchs. Sure, the project was in the end completely flawed, but Primarch lived way longer than us regular human could, and while beings such as Malkador and the Revenkist have proven that regular humans without any augmentation can sometimes surpass you, our life are too shorts. Passing down our teaching would require our entire lifetime. I used to believe I wasn't important, that my message was. But when my double advanced in the Respublic lines, I realized how flawed my apprentices was. When I woke up millennia after my plan failed, I realized that not only I had been forgotten, that my legend stopped meaning anything, that my double charged to carry my plan until he loose control of the armies failed. Because he was betrayed sooner than expected, but I have only brought ruin to the galaxy I tried to save.
Okay.
My era was past. I had nothing to do in my original galaxy anymore. And you, dear God Emperor of mankind, what have you done for your galaxy? What have are the good deed that will remain? Survive the millennia?
Oh, it's almost done. It's almost done.
What are the scares you will left on the galaxy? The pain you will bring? P.S. I used to be a great strategical and tactical genius. I heard that your previous man of pure mind and strategy died in the hand of a certain Failbadon the Harmless. Hurry, I am not a citizen of your empire. I will always answer to myself and may need, before the one of other, I have always considered my survival to outweigh the collective interest. And I might offer my services to some more interested species. I only serve a cause or myself.
Oh my.
That is the end of the message.
What?
My answer is yes. Thank you for your question.
Oh my gosh, why do we do this?
One, the unique one.
Oh.
Next question, please.
That hurt.
Very good. So the next question.
It's okay. We don't know what the question was.
It reads, "To the most magnificent Emperor of mankind, dear Emperor, I write to you today in the hopes of finding answers to a question that has been burning in the minds of my battle brothers here on Watch Fortress Ediok. Since the end of the Horus Heresy, we of the Death Watch have been maintaining a vigil here in the Jericho Reach, fighting every conceivable form of Xenos threat, traitor Legion member, even threats no other group have ever faced. But I write to you today in the hopes that you know something about the fortress we call our home. Dear Emperor, what is the Omega Vault? It has been here since we first took command of the Watch Fortress. Every Watch Commander from the first, whose name has been lost to us, to our current Commander Morbigile, none of us know its origin or of its purpose. Every time it opens, the vault gives we Death Watch members some ancient tome of knowledge or a weapon. In one case, an astropath who sent one single message, then perished. There are only a few locks left, and the forces of the Xenos grow stronger, and so I ask you, our Emperor, what lies within the final chambers of the Omega Vault?
I don't know about the Omega Vault.
Our darkest hour. Watch Captain Emil Varnell, sword brother of the Black Templars and commander of the Iron Vindicators Squad."
What, Captain Emil? I remember you slightly. Stop asking questions above your pay grade.
What does pay mean?
It means get money, get paid.
Are these
Yeah.
just made up words?
You got
I
it.
think they are.
Oh, yes, you are not paid. Stop asking questions, Watch Captain.
To answer the question, I actually have no idea what this vault contains.
Ooh.
Maybe I knew at some point, but my brain is fucked. But you have no doubt piqued my curiosity. Hey, disgusting dinosaur tech priest on the floor.
I am on the floor.
It's the guy from 40K Theories. And now that I've watched more of his videos, I recognize it now because I recognize the voice. And also, you told me a million times. All of you told me a million times who this was.
What are you doing on the floor?
Death is returned!
How about you go and look into those vaults and find out what is up? You can report to me later about your findings.
But I am but a Tech Priest.
I am promoting you to the rank of Inquisitor. That should provide you with everything you need. Now stop leaking oil all over my cables and get the fuck out of here.
Do I have an inquisitorial beating quota?
Shield Captain, help him out.
Oh, of course.
Ah, this is a throw.
Bye-bye,
I understand.
Good. Next question.
Next question is from Nicodemus Horia Dran, from here on Terra. O manly man emperor of mankind, my name is Nicodemus Horia Dran.
Why are these so long? Why do they have 50 minutes of exposition before they get to some of their questions? Oh my. Okay. I skipped ahead. My eyes skimmed to the bottom, and I don't like this question already.
I work as a scribe here in the Imperial Palace, and have spent several months proofreading thine autobiography.
I thought Magnus was the one doing that.
Yes. After reading the part explaining your highness's birth, a hypothesis began plaguing my mind.
Oh no.
In your autobiography, it says yours truly was born as the outcome of hundreds of shamans, or more specifically psychers, committing a mass suicide.
Wait, is he saying that he was the outcome of hundreds of shamans?
Fucking liar!
I think you just misspoke.
Also, as the word gets around in the Imperial Palace, I have heard that thine end goal is to help guide and advance the human race. To make it so that all of humanity would consist of equally glorious beings such as thee, my lord. If both are facts, then could it be possible to replicate the aforementioned process?
Oh no.
No next.
It would not be too difficult to gather thousands of psychers together and recreate
Why?
the process which helped thine conception. After this, it would be possible to repeat the soul merger about 65 times to create 32 males and 33 females. One extra female for you, my lord. Or maybe more if you lead that way.
This is not good. This is not good.
Extra. What?
Boy, you are not allowed to listen to this.
With
Cover
a group
his
of men
ears.
and women equal to you, it would be possible to start breeding program.
What?
Oh no.
Holy fucking shit.
32 couples creating 32 families that continue procreating and spreading the race of true superhumans. Eventually, these super evolved humans could start to get together with regular humans after their number has increased
This
enough.
is why the normals need to
Willing
die.
to start the process in thy name, Nicodemus Horia Dran of Terra.
Oh, I hate this. This is awful. I hate that. I hate that. I know that you could have like done this again. Like there's a chance you could do it again, but like, oh, I do not like the suggestion that was started there. Ooh.
Get out of my fucking palace right now.
Move on.
Please.
Move on.
Okay. Next question. This is from Darth Charles 95. This is his actual name. I have a question for the man emperor. Where do I send it?
Send what?
I am so fucking confused.
The Administratum truly is amazing at this whole working thing.
Life finds a way.
Is this a relative of Darth Revan? The first one, the unique one?
Screw it. You can see the address in the description.
If you take a look at any given month,
You can send full letters, apparently, when they were doing this. The questions are always more treasured in letter form. Oh my gosh.
monitor, it should be on there as well. If you're just listening to this, you're unfortunately out of luck. Thank you.
Next.
This next question is from someone who, for some reason, is named That Guy GW. He asks, "Hey Imps, how much exercise ya getting?"
That guy.
Fuck you and your functioning legs, I will rip them off.
Oh,
Man,
my leg! My
you
leg!
sure do get a lot of trash mail.
Not usually this much. Where the fuck is the spam filter?
If you would allow us to murder...
No, you are not the spam filter.
Spam is the only food my family affords.
Next question is from one Fatima Kanasani, an inquisitor from the Order Hereticus. 2. His most infallible majesty,
the paper
Emperor
is
of mankind.
gray.
My lord, in the sincere hope that this missive finds no fault in your eyes, I wish to address your recent response to a self-described itinerant psyker by the name of Accolon Quilan. By the misfortune of recent events, aforementioned wretch had lost his way in more than one sense. Anticipating your statement that the Inquisition was not to be disbanded, some of us had continued our work to protect the Imperium from all foes, internal as well as external, without killing any non-treasonous babies, of course. Accolon Quilan having developed a conscience, a serious and aggravated offense in this, our entrusted line of work, needless to say, went absent without leave and simply neglected to report back for duty. Having worked with the ingrate for years, I am naturally severely disappointed that he has chosen to inconvenience your most magnificent self with his weedy mewlings. I therefore respectfully request, seeing as the insufferable black god refuses to listen to simple reason, that your most gracious self instruct the unwholesome scapegrace to report back to work immediately. He has been overdue at the Tricorn for months, and I only gave the lackadaisical knave the afternoon off. Considering that he at least holds your most incomparable self in the infallible esteem, my lord, as do we all, I believe he would listen to an admonishment if coming from the Golden Throne itself. I shall, naturally, see to it that he is suitably chastened upon his return. I believe withholding his custard ration for a month shall suffice. I will undoubtedly reduce him to a sobbing mass of tearful and self-reproach, and once he recovers, he will be able to resume his normal duties as a member of the Inquisition. By my hand, your faithful and unremitting servant, Fatima Kanasani, Inquisitor Ordo Hereticus. Formerly Almones Francesca of the Order of Crimson Oath. Neat.
This is a very roundabout way of telling someone to get back to work. But sure. Day. Accolon. Get back to work.
Good luck on work.
Or alternatively, don't get back to work. Your watchdog group is not needed in this Imperium.
That's a bit radical.
Not as radical as the fucking Inquisition trying to tell us what to do.
Oh my gosh.
By the way, out of curiosity, this Inquisitor claimed to formerly have been a member of the Order of the Crimson Oath, yes?
This is correct. That was the neat bit.
Can a Sister of Battle become an Inquisitor? Just like that?
I didn't think about that.
I do not think someone could just become an Inquisitor just like that. But I do think anyone who is vouched for by an Inquisitor could become an Inquisitor, no matter their previous occupation.
Could I become an Inquisitor?
You're above an Inquisitor. You're above an Inquisitor, man. What? I mean, you could, but that's a downgrade.
I cannot see an Inquisitor vouching for you.
That's rude.
Remember when our glorious overlord turned that creepy tech priest into an Inquisitor like 10 minutes ago?
Oh, wait. You're right. He just did that. The Emperor could just be like, yep, you are an Inquisitor now. Boop.
Oh, this is true. My Emperor, could you grace my grundle with the burning brand
Grundle?
of the Inquisitorial reset?
Fuck off, you flayed gorilla. You only want access to cyclonic torpedoes, so you can fulfill your fantasies and genocide the normals.
Don't kink shame me, please.
Next damn questions, please.
Oh. That's... What? No. That. Oh gosh. What a, that is not, that is, yeah, you get off on that, buddy, huh? Huh? Yeah, that's deeply concerning. That's deeply concerning. I like that, mods. Put clothes on that man. Buddy, that's the I'm concerned. I'm concerned for your health and safety, and mainly the safety of others. control my brothers. This is a very difficult task. A very, 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 very difficult task. It is nigh impossible to rein all of them in. Maybe you could get one at a time, but not all three at once. That is impossible. Oh my gosh.
Please.
This question.
I hated that. Why did he make that noise? No. Why did he make that noise? I hate it. I don't like you.
Is from one Lord Auri of the Nihilak dynasty.
Is this a fucking Necron sending a message?
Dear Witch Court
It is.
Emperor and Company, I have been informed by Overlord Trazen that on this day you will be hosting High Marshal Helbrecht, who I have heard has quite a history with that prick Imhotep. Please inform him that me and my fellow lords and cryptecs are very pleased by his crusades against Imhotep, and he should do more of them. Currently
Okay.
I have bet 500 Eldar Soulstones on the High Marshal in the next fight. Please do not disappoint me, as the sound they make when you pop them is most satisfying.
Oh,
P.S.
that's
our
horrible.
Overlord is a fan of Lord Adorable and his jokes, and asks if by any chance he has any about Necrons. All of the galaxy will bow before his magnificence, Lord Auri of the Nihilak dynasty.
I was under the impression that the Necrons were mindless automatons. Is this some sort of prank?
Your Captain General informed me, like, several years ago, or something, that the Necrons are apparently not entirely brain dead. Just a majority of them.
Ooh,
So
Kitten
just
brought
like
up.
you lot.
I am so confused. Xeno scum wants me to crusade more. I agree, but at the same time, I cannot agree with alien scum. I'll be a heretic. What?
No.
You someone
No.
to break down.
I am crusading inwardly.
Definitely suffering a breakdown.
Crusading inwardly. Oh.
Xenos have stolen my breath. Vile aliens, give it back to me.
Help him, please.
Sigismund,
Sickness, what?
Helbrecht,
Ooh.
What?
listen to my voice. Lie down on your leathery pedestal. Lie down.
We want to help you, Helbrecht. Trust me, I am a professor in all of the fields.
What fields?
The battlefields upon which your inner conflict is fought. Now lay down, please.
Take deep breaths, slow and deliberate.
Use each of your lungs in
The
slow,
therapy.
successive intervals.
Slower, deeper, easier. Very good. Your breathing is fine, son.
Oh.
Your lungs were designed for this very task. Let your breaths focus your mind.
See as the air in your lungs blow away the fog clouding your
You
mind.
will see clearly once
Not
more.
need to unsheath your
and this
sword.
feeling you are
There is not,
experiencing
but
will
calm in all
pass.
realms surrounding
Do
you.
not worry.
Yes, I am whole. I have purpose.
Yeah, anger management right here.
A son of Dawn.
Oh.
I am a space marine.
Right. Very good. I feel that is enough questions for today.
Just as well. Next up was to be a second message sent in by Darth Revan, the first one, the unique
Oh
one.
my gosh.
Fuck's sake.
Thank you, my Emperor. And thank you, big friendly
Oh.
Centurion. I would inquire about your name, but I
Adorable.
assume it is not yet time.
Oh.
Yes. You are welcome, son.
I was not aware Astartes could suffer panic attacks.
Oh.
Big brother Hellbreak must fight his feels as much as everyone. No amount of magic muscle juice will change how you feel on your insides.
Yes, not every superhuman can be as perfect as you, bolter breasts.
I shall take this on as a compliment, and my breast is quite huge.
It's bigger than my whole body.
So, Helbrecht, you can expect to receive your new badge of Battle Brothers soon. In the meantime, make sure you spread what you have learned to your fellow Templars, so you can get your shit together before the cargo of Transfer Brothers arrive.
Why would we need to gather our shit together?
The
Do
Doran
you wish
jokes.
us to collect it in mounds
No.
so that we may throw it at the mutants, much like how you cast yours at the Ultramarines? I will accept this honor.
My science research into this very specific subject mentions extremely high mortality rates if you were to throw your shit around. What I meant to say, my miniature goal, is that you need to properly reorganize as well as prepare yourselves to only hate Xenos and heretics.
Yeah.
Understood?
I understand, Emperor.
Very good. This anger management class is now concluded. I shall send you back to your totally not fortress monastery. Remember what you have learned, and please do something about that gravel road you call a voice.
I do not know what a gravel road is, but I shall spot it into submission, Emperor. Thank you.
I need him to come back, and I need him to have the most, like, luxurious voice known to man.
That marks the end of our Voxcast, I suppose.
Affirmative. My science graphs are informing me that I need to sleep for 3 decades to fully recover from that screamfest.
Sir,
3 decades.
I'm sorry.
Boy will be all grown up. All grown up by that point.
Sorry for acting so brash. I could not help it.
Do not worry, son. It is but human nature that even one such as I can relate to.
That is understandable.
All right, citizens of the Imperium, Professor Emperor feels this case can be closed for now. If you take away anything from this, please let it be that you should never be controlled by your hatred, that you should never judge someone by their countenance, and that you should never isolate yourself in a void of cynical elitism, unless your targets are Xenos, or heretics, or people who do not eat the taco on Fridays.
Stop like that with your bad opinions, father.
We are always coming back to the taco.
GHD, but
Tuesday!
Oh, no. Stop. Okay. That was a good one. I really liked it. I enjoyed that one. It was all sorts of insane. I hope we see Helbrecht again, and I hope he has such a nice voice and that he has all the great conversations. that was a really good one. I like the Voxcast. They're pretty entertaining. They do a good job of making them engaging, even though there is no animation to watch. So I can greatly appreciate that. And I really like that one. And I definitely like Boy. Boy really came into his own today. They never healed his eye. They never healed Boy's eye. So Boy's going to be coming in with a bionic or something. Sorry, Boy. R.I.P. your eyeball, because that is unfortunate. It was an experience. We those questions were absolutely bizarre. It would have been nice if I'd caught up with this when it was popular. That would have been great. So makes me sad because I would have loved to send in a question. I think that would have been a lot of fun. But oh well, it's okay. It's fine. Best to get in there while you're young in 40K. Yeah, then you know everything. I'm coming into Warhammer, and I've like a lot of you have been around when sometimes when it like first came out, or you've been around for like way longer than me and trying to learn and catch up on everything. It's a task. It is an absolute task. People drop references and I'm like, I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. And I need to be more straightforward and say like, yeah, could you explain that to me? I actually don't understand. I don't know what that means. It's a bit of a flaw of mine. I'm not calling you old. I'm just saying you've been in the community longer. And I have not. I was not around when Warhammer first came out. So, and I only got into it last year. Like, it's not like I was 10 years old and I said, you know what? I want to play Warhammer. No, it wasn't like that. Some of you might have had that experience, which is awesome. Good for you. I'm happy that you got to have that experience. But yeah, I don't know nearly as much as some of you all And I keep trying to learn more every day. So, but I got to just admit when I don't know things, that is a problem. I should work on that one. We'll get sidetracked all the time, though. We'll get sidetracked all the time. Baby steps. Oh, yeah, I'll get there eventually. We'll get there. Slowly but surely. No, I didn't call you old. I didn't call you old. No, not calling anyone old. Except maybe the Emperor. He's old. He's old. You're a proud grandpa. Yeah. Good for you. Congrats. But no, I'm not calling anyone old. I haven't been in it. I haven't been in the game long enough. But it's okay. I'm reading my books and we're just going. I hope Mechanicus Toaster guy comes back. Rem from 40k Theories. I want to see what he finds out. But I'm looking forward to that. I came into the hobby like 5 years ago, and I still feel like I've only scratched the surface. Oh boy, something to look forward to in 5 years. What is my current book? So I don't have a current book right now. I just finished Valdor, Birth of the Imperium. I finished it on Monday or Tuesday, one of those days. I finished that one, and I am going to be. What's the plan? I haven't picked the book up yet because I need to make the PowerPoint for. Oh yeah, it's a week from today. So, chat, a week from now, we are going to be talking about our book of the month, which is Soul Hunter by Aaron Dembski Bowden, and it's a Night Lords book. We are going to be discussing it on Saturday. So next week, it'll be really good. So read the book now. You have time. You have a week. You can get it done if you want to be involved in the conversation. And if you didn't read the book, that's okay. We have plenty of fun just chatting about it. So you don't have to have read it. I usually explain, I do like a little summary of the book to catch up on everyone. Yeah, the sword lore, I already said at the beginning of the stream, but I'll say it again. I have lore for like the sword. I just kind of have it as like art with my model. If you want to submit your entry of how you think I got my sword in the Discord server, there's a channel where you can submit all of that information. It's really fun, and we'll have an entire stream where I read your submissions. There is a word limit because I'm gonna have to do a lot of reading that stream. It's gonna probably be on like a Saturday, so I can like try to get as many people to it as possible, and I will be doing a lot of reading, so we are going to need a lot of time. We're going to need a lot of time for that. So my PowerPoint going to blow you guys away since you had a month to prepare. I haven't started it. I finished the book actually at the beginning of the month, but I have not started it because I was on vacation. But I'm going to work on it this week. It'll be good. It'll be good. I'm sure. Yeah, I really like Soul Hunter. It was a solid book, but I will give you all of my opinions next week for that. Tomorrow, and we can still keep chatting, but tomorrow we have a Magic the Gathering. I'm looking at the Warhammer cards. We're looking at the art for the Magic the Gathering cards, and we'll be doing that tomorrow, the second half of the PowerPoint slideshow I did last week. So that'll be good too. And yeah, I think that's all the stuff. I think that's all the stuff. To imagine vacationing and out working. What is this? Not college. I was surprised. When I was on vacation, I thought I was going to be more like I was going to be like thinking about streaming all the time, and like to an extent, I did think about it, but I thought I would be more focused on work. So it was actually kind of refreshing that I actually got to relax a little bit. So I'm grateful for that. At least it was definitely an enjoyable time for me, as vacation should be. If you take a vacation, you should enjoy yourself as best you can and catch up on sleep. But I'm actually legitimately worried. I have been trying to fix my sleep schedule. So I get consistently 7 to 8 hours sleep because I did not get that before I went on vacation. And I think I'm starting to slip back into it. where I am not getting as much sleep. So I'm going to try to be better about that tonight and tomorrow, because I think getting 7 to 8 hours is a lot better for me than trying to than only getting about 5. So I'm going to work on that. I was up pretty late last night. I think I got like 5.5 hours of sleep. Not very good. So yeah, I need to rest, and I should take a nap today, because that would be good. Don't worry, I will rest. I'm not like running myself into the ground. I'm doing other things. Yeah. Get more rest. I'm trying. I just get caught up in doing things, and I don't think about it because I'm not tired in the moment. So, yeah, and I gotta work out too. Today's leg day, so I'm not really looking forward to it, because I do Spider Dad's tough leg day, which is it's brutal, but it makes me feel good afterwards, because it's really tough. Napstodes. Oh my gosh, could you guys just call me that? Napstodes. Oh, lovely. Just lovely. I would Napstodes. Yes, I need it. I need a nap. I woke up this morning. I was like, no, this is too much. We'll probably chat for a little bit. So I'll actually turn some music on. 1 second. Let me get the music going just a little bit. I've said this before, but I used to like hate naps as a child, and now I absolutely adore them. They are the best thing. Almost as good as sanguineous. Okay. Ooh, there we go. There we go. Is it cunningly brutal or brutally cunning? Brutally cunning. No, I'm still suffering from the last time they helped teach form for Spider Dad workout. Yeah, so I was with a friend yesterday getting Taco Bell, and this friend actually recommended I do some Bulgarian split squats. So I have like a chair that I usually put my foot on when I'm doing a Bulgarian split squat. They recommended doing one where my foot was about like 8 to 12 inches above the ground instead of like the 2 to 3 feet it normally is. I don't know what the measurement of the chair height is where the seat is. And I told them I would try doing it at that like 8-inch level to see how much it sucks. I said I'll probably do it without weight to see if I can take it, but it's not going to be very fun. Oh, thank you for joining. I hope you have a good day. And to everyone who has to go, thank you so much for being here. I'm probably just going to chat for a little bit. Nothing too much. I got to go make lunch and everything. But yeah, just feel free to head out. It's been good hanging with you all. I'm talking about between the floor and where my foot is going to be. Ben, excuse you. Yeah, Bulgarian split squat sounds like some kind of torture method. It is. It's because it is, Soko. Have you done one? They're brutal. It's where you get into a lunge stance. So it's like, imagine a lunge, but your back foot is up on a chair, and then you go into the lunge, but you need your leg that's forward to go at minimum parallel to the floor. It's horrible. So all of your weight is on one leg. And for the Spider Dad workout, you do 30 of those in a row. It's brutal. It's so bad. So I highly recommend, if you want a leg day that's awful, that my father has come up with. It's in the Discord server. There's a channel, and I think I have it pinned. Highly recommend, if you're starting out, do it without weights, and then as you feel more confident in it, add weight. But you know your limits, so don't be unwise with this method. If you want to destroy your legs, there are easier options. A hammer, for example. Yes, but yes. What kind of contortionist workout is this? my dad has really good, mainly calves, but really good legs. So I said, what do you do for your workouts? And he told me, and it's brutal. My legs, I did legs 2 days ago. Wait, I did them on Wednesday, and my calves still hurt. My calves still hurt from the leg day like 2 days ago. 3 days ago. So spider calves? Well, see, now when you say spider calves, it makes me think less of a human with calves, more like a spider that has like massive calves. Like, can you imagine like a daddy long leg or something like that has just like really thick lower legs, but the rest is super skinny? That's what I think of when you say spider calves. Does my dad sell beef? No. No. I think there's another question in there, or a joke in there that I'm not quite getting, so... Yes, do it. Do it. Do the Spider Dad challenge. It's wonderful. And tell me how much you suffer afterwards. Some people have said like, oh man, that looks easy. And then they do it and they're like, oh my gosh, I'm dying. And I'm like, ah ha 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 ha. Yeah. Spider Dad leg day is not for the faint of heart. But yeah, if you're not accustomed to working out, start without weights and add weight later. I think I add that this disclaimer, but I highly recommend it. I'm pretty sure we all imagine your dad is just a literal spider. Do you? I always got I guess because I know what my dad looks like. Do you guys imagine my dad is just like an actual spider, or is it just like a man with extra like arms and legs, or like Doc Ock? Because that is interesting to me. Because I don't think of like if I'm gonna put emphasis on one word, and it's dad, not spider. So I think Spider Dad, not Spider Dad. It's funny to picture a spider. I mean, I have seen the Spider Dad emote in the Discord. That one is funny, but that's not how I see it. For those of you who aren't in the Discord, it's that one, I think, meme of it looks like a spider smoking a cigarette. It's funny. It's funny. Not like my dad at all, but... I thought your dad was the Emperor of Mankind. No. Well, I much rather you have that assumption over what everyone says that my dad is Gilliman, or heaven forbid Lorgar. No, my dad is different from... He is not the Emperor of Mankind. He's not Gilliman. He's not Lorgar. He's not any of those guys. He is separate. I have a dad. And Dino fan, I think he looks like Spider-Man, honestly. Yeah, it's usually like that. It's like he's wearing an outfit, but he's still humanoid. Not with the multiple legs. Yeah, no, not Lorgar. People have made that comment because of my tattoos. Like, are you sure your dad isn't Lorgar? And the thought makes my head want to explode. So... yeah, I get all the workout advice from my dad, so he's very helpful. Highly recommend working out because it really helps your body out and your mental health and emotional stuff sometimes. All the good, happy chemicals in your body. Oh, Too Bright, thank you for resubscribing. You've been here for 3 months. Thank you for being here. It's gonna be crazy. Like, if we ever get to the point where it's like people have been subscribed for like a year or more than that, it's still crazy to think that we're a little over 6 months now. It's just so nuts to me that this has been more than 6 months. At the same time, it feels so short, but so long at the same time. February me could not have known what this was going to be like. Not in the slightest. Mm-mm. Maybe I should get some Spider Dad art made. I'm thinking about it. MJ being my mom absolutely explains the red hair. Okay, that is funny. Maybe I should just get some Spider Dad art made. Yeah, I should really get some art made of Spider Dad. It'll reach a year, then 2, then 3 sooner than you expect, or at least it'll feel that way when we get there. I'm sure it will, because it's just hard to, that's a hard concept just to grapple with right now. I want that 36-month one. I actually need to expand my emotes and figure out what I need to do there. Because currently I only have like a small set of colors. And I can go through and make adjustments, so it might be more color. Don't we have some from our jingle? Well, it's labeled not canon. And that one is like as a joke, as a Rabute Gilliman. But I was talking about like Spider Dad face reveal. Yeah, he's just Custodes Spider-Man. So I was thinking maybe like in the future, Spider Dad face reveal, which is like not his actual face, but like what I think he would look like. But in the future, I think it'd be good. So, yeah. Oh, my nose is itchy. Spider Sense would explain a ton, especially when upgraded by Custodes abilities. I mean, that is an extra special ability to have. I don't think that would be too bad at all, honestly. I'm thinking, so if I was gonna have a superpower, I know no one asked, but I'm gonna say it. When I was younger, I wanted different like superpowers, but now as an adult, if I could have any one superpower, it would be to teleport. And I'm not including all of like I want the superpower of like the ones that are like cheating. So I would want to teleport. Because you know how much gas money I would save, you know how much time I would save if I could just teleport places. I could take care of problems so quickly because I wouldn't need to drive everywhere, or I wouldn't need to fly anywhere for a vacation. Oh my gosh, it would be perfect. It would be so nice. I think honestly that's a really good one. It would like to heal sickness. Oh, yeah, that's a really good one, too. Until the government takes you out. You'll cure cancer, and then you'll mysteriously wind up dead. I mean, what? No, the government would not do that. No, the government would never do that. No. Oh, but then I'd have no downtime to listen to audiobooks. Oh, you're right. I listen to my audiobooks in the car. But like, I would actually save time so I could actually sit down and maybe read a book instead of listen to a book. I would flavor it as forest walking. Oh, that's good. Yeah, that is good. Unless, what if you wanted to go somewhere in like the ocean that doesn't have a tree? What do you do then? Or like, what if you want to go to a desert that doesn't have trees? Like, what if I wanted to go to the Sahara Desert? Teleport with certain rules because by itself it's really dangerous. Yeah, I think I am pretty reasonable. He'll end up getting Boeinged. Yeah. Oh, yeah, not needing to sleep would be a good one too. But there's something about like just relaxing and just... There's something about that, being able to sleep, that I like now. Didn't like it as a child, but I like it now. Congrats for the 9.7 YouTube subscriber, by the way. Oh, did we get more subscribers? Oh, hey, thank you, everyone. I'm at 9.7k subscribers. I was at like 9.68 this morning, I think. Something like that. So yeah, thank you. Happy to be here with all of you. So thanks for joining our great crusade. Yeah, I have to say that. My power would be self-love, and then I cast it on someone. They're forced to appreciate themselves. Oh, okay. Okay, I could see that. That's not a bad one. Almost at 10k on the YouTube. Yes, so it's only 300 more followers. And then chat, we will reveal Steve. the official Steve art, every servo skull is Steve, except Baldermort. I'm not going to impose that on Baldermort. But the official custodian Steve art will be revealed. I'm very pleased with it. So I'm prepping Steve for his grand reveal. Maybe we'll do a, depending on what I can do, maybe we'll figure out, maybe we do a whole separate stream for that. But Steve is looking fabulous, and you will get a Steve emote. You'll get a Steve sticker. And in the future, we might do some Steve merch. Definitely probably do like a Steve, like a sticker version. And then maybe we'll do some other things. I was thinking about making a Steve keychain, because that would be really, really cute. I'm like, oh, Steve. Hello, would you mind if I added you to my Warhammer 40k Deathwatch campaign as an NPC? Absolutely. You can absolutely do that. 100% do it. As long as you're not going to kill me. That's my preference. You should absolutely do that. That is my favorite thing. This original character concept came from a Dungeons and Dragons campaign. I know, not the same. So now this character has popped up in many different worlds and universes already, like prior to me streaming. And I just love the fact that she's traveling everywhere. Traveling everywhere in the universe. Multiple glass spheres. Steve TTS? Maybe. Who knows? Steve will be, I'm very excited for Steve to be there. Yes, I'm part of the multiverse. I'm multiversal. It was unintentional, but it actually works out perfectly. I think I'm in, Laminus is making a Warhammer campaign, and I think I am some version of an NPC. Maybe not like completely me, but a similar version. So I have existed in other campaigns as well. Yeah, Steve is my personal servo skull. He is the best. He is my best boy, my sweet cheese. He's great. I would not have guessed that just randomly naming the servo skull and bolt gun would make, I don't know, something that I find like especially beloved. But I mean, you guys seem to like Steve too, so maybe you'll enjoy him more when he has like a permanent place on streams as my little mascot. He's so cute. I'm so excited. I recently I got some art redone. So I got some art of him, and then I wanted to make a couple changes, so I got some art redone, and I'm in love with it. I'm in love. I can't wait for you to meet the Steve. The Steve is wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. Are you gonna do more streams like the marriage stream? Love that kind of custom stuff. Yeah, we'll see. That one, I would like to. My only worry is that people will get the wrong impression. I don't want me to be, I don't want to be construed as like I'm inserting myself into the Warhammer universe. Like, oh, and I was the one who slayed the great swarm lord of, I don't want to be like that. I'm not the one who's like, and I killed Horus. No, I just want to just be part of it. And even if I just do like little fun stuff, that would be good. Like, so we'll see. That one was just like kind of fun and obviously not canon. So I'll have to think of some other ideas in the future. That would be good. But I liked that one a lot. I had a lot of fun. What was it? I lost my train of thought, but I do want to do more stuff like that because that was really enjoyable. And I'm surprised, like it started off like as a community, as like a joke, and then it ended up being so much fun. Like I was wondering how it would go, and then it ended up being super enjoyable. So I'm trying to do more community related events, which is why we're doing the sword lore stream. So I can see what you guys think my lore should be. And I think it'll be a lot of fun. So I want to try to do more community things where everyone is involved. And so Aurelia became the true John Warhammer 40k. Yeah, trying to avoid that. No, I don't want to be a self-insert, even though I really do enjoy the lore. Parodies are fine then. Yeah, I mean, I would do a parody like that. Yeah, just like as a joke. But I haven't had any others that like came to me that were like, I haven't thought of any myself that I was like, oh yes, I have to do something like that. I have other ideas. Yes, I am the Warhammer 40k all along. Dun dun dun. I can see being worried about that stuff, but I think it's more important that you enjoy yourself. Yeah, that's true. I just don't want to give anyone the wrong impression that I'm a newer person trying to insert what I think Warhammer lore should be. I did. Oh, actually, speaking of which, I watched, it was like a Warhammer Plus trailer that came out like a few days ago, where like it was a mock-up of like the team coming together and putting together ideas. And I have one that I have like I have an opinion on, and obviously they're joking and it's just all for fun. But one of like the sticky notes, because they had a board full of like different ideas, and one of the sticky notes said Warhammer romance, and like I'm a little worried. Like I'm a little worried about Warhammer romance because, frankly, I think I like Warhammer as its own IP, where it's very grim, dark, and there's not a lot of hope. How is Warhammer Plus? I've actually... Okay, sorry, hang on. I will get to that. I'm gonna get so sidetracked. That I hope if they do something that it's not heavy romance. Like, that is the plot of the book. That two characters like falling in love and all of that. I don't want that. I think if it's like done tastefully and it's like a side plot where it's like two guardsmen in the trenches and it's like it's whatever, and then they hate each other, and they like slowly over time through their like combat they grow to like each other, like that I think is fine. But I think if it was like pure romance, I just think that's so out of place, and I don't necessarily think that completely belongs in Warhammer. That's my personal opinion, which is why I'm really careful about the Sanguinius stuff and just being so like, oh wow, I love Sanguinius and he's my husband. Blah, blah, blah. No, it's a joke. It's a joke. But yeah, Warhammer romance is just Eisenhorn books. I haven't read Eisenhorn, so yeah, being fair, there is romance in Warhammer 40k, but it's never the main topic of the story, and that is great. I love that. That is perfectly fine by me. Happy about that. But when I see a sticky note, and it is a trailer, so you don't necessarily need to like. It could be very unserious. However, it does worry me because I do not want it to be the main topic of a Warhammer book. And especially like a lot of the books that you see nowadays, once some books started introducing like smut, and smut became like there's always been smut in books. In female romance novels, there's always been smut. There's always been that around. So I'm not saying like, oh, it just started happening, but it feels like it's become more normalized now. And I'm worried because one of the things that I liked about Warhammer is that I came into this whole series and I was like, there wasn't like, for some of the books that I read, there wasn't a lick of romance. it was all about like brothers like dealing with the horror of war, and I was like, this is so good. There's so much like camaraderie, brothership, fellowship that I was so stoked for. I'm like, this is so different from what I've normally read, that it was a breath of fresh air compared to some of the other books that are like popular nowadays. So when I see Warhammer Romance, I'm so worried that all of the stuff that I was like getting away from, and I hope that it's not a commonplace. If they do make one, I hope it is only one. But that I'm worried that the stuff that I got away from is coming back into an IP that I really, really love. No Eisenhorn spoilers, please, 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 please. I have not read the books. I have it in my rules. Please do not spoil Eisenhorn for me. I'm closing my eyes so I don't see the chats of mods. You could take care of that. That would be great. Please, no Eisenhorn spoilers. I did just see one, so it's a little unfortunate, but whatever. Okay. I'm gonna keep my eyes closed. Can you send a couple messages so they scroll a little bit? Can you just say something like, what's your favorite food? Please, I don't want to see any Eisenhorn spoilers. Yeah, sorry, it's in my rules, guys. Just make sure you double check those, because I don't want Eisenhorn spoilers. I'm sure it's really good, and I can't wait to read it, but I'm waiting for a friend. Okay, there we go. Thank you. Yeah, Kane books have implied romance, and I like that. Thank you everyone for throwing in your message. No hate or anything. I just don't want the spoilers, and I don't want to say it every time. Pizza. Oh yeah, pizza's a good food. Man, I want pizza. That sounds great. Thank you, chat. Appreciate it. I appreciate it. What was I gonna? Yeah, but I think if that became the main topic of like several Warhammer books, I would feel very discouraged. So, hunger for a burger. I actually think I was gonna make a burger for lunch today, so it's perfect. Heretic burger. Maybe we can do Eisenhorn for next month's book club. No, so see, the context is I'm playing a Dungeons and Dragons campaign that is Warhammer centric. And one of the NPCs is a PC my DM used to play, who is an Inquisitor, and unintentionally has a very similar like character arc to Eisenhorn. And my friend read the Eisenhorn novels. I was like, oh my gosh, I did not plan for this to be a thing, but they align really, really well. So I've been wanting to read the Eisenhorn books, and I said, hey, I would really like to read them. Should I? Because I don't want to spoil your campaign. And he said that I should hold off if I didn't want spoilers. So I am just, I'm going to wait, because I really like my D&D campaign, and I don't want to be spoiled. So it may not be for a while. I'm so sad. So at some point, I'm sure going to stumble upon spoilers unintentionally, but you know, it's okay. It's okay. I'm just trying to avoid them for as long as possible. So we will read Eisenhorn eventually. Eventually. Maybe a romance that fits the world of 40k, making a Twilight-style story in Warhammer would be really out of place. Yeah, it depends. I'm just, in general, just kind of opposed to the idea, because I feel like it opens a gateway for more books that I think stray from the original intent of the universe. And I think that's what's the most important, that the books that they remain consistent with the original intent of the universe. That's my take. And I'm really passionate about like lore. So like in any like book series I've read, I really like how authors build their lore, and having several authors, putting it lightly, putting this whole like IP together is incredible. Even though like things fall through the cracks, I am impressed with, for the most part, with how everything is gone. Nice to finally catch a stream live. Been a lot of fun. Oh, I'm glad you were able to make it. Yeah, just kind of just chatting for a little bit. I do want to make lunch soon, and I got to go to the store. Kane, I'm totally not in love. Also, Kane, a paragraph of waxing poetic about Amberly being pretty. Yeah, that first description of her in the first Kane book, I was like, oh, he likes her. He likes her. Ooh. Oh, it's your first stream too? Oh, well, congrats. I'm glad you got to be here. You have a lot of fun here, so I'm glad you can make it. VODs are good, but they're not doing live is so much better. 40k is vast. It can manage any story if done right and not messing with any of the established big characters. Yes. Yes, so you do have leeway, but yeah, I would just I'm more inclined to just be careful about it. But yeah, you know, I'm just picky. I'm picky. I've read several books, and I've really enjoyed I have really enjoyed the Warhammer side of things. There's just so much to cover, so much to read. And one of the things that I really like is that for the most part, unless you're getting right into like 40k specifically, a lot of these book series, they have an end. They're completed series for the most part. So you know what's going to happen. And sometimes that's like the nice part of it. When you see characters interacting, and maybe you don't know what specifically they'll do, but you know Horus is going to fall to chaos. So when he says something, you're like, no, oh my gosh, because you know what's coming. I really, really like that. Also, my first stream here, normally I only saw your YouTube videos. Oh, yay, I'm glad you can make it. I've been trying to do more Saturday morning ones so I can catch some people on the European side and those who are in America. I'll get you guys as well if you're waking up early enough on a Saturday. So I've been trying to do more of those. I think I enjoy them a little bit more, even though I can't sleep in as much as I would normally like to. I just think it's we get a bunch of different people. EU bros unite. Yeah, it makes it difficult when I stream in the evenings during like a weekday. You'd have to stay up really, really, really late. So it's evening in Finland. Yeah, that sounds about right. Because what? Finland is like what? 8, maybe 9 hours ahead. I know the UK is 8 hours ahead. So, well, with that, I don't have much more, and we seem to kind of be dying down a little bit today, chat. So I think we'll call it for today. We are going to react to the Warhammer Magic the Gathering card art tomorrow, which will be a lot of fun. 3 p.m. Pacific time. Any more painting streams on the way? Soon. I hope so. I hope so. I do have some... I will have a subathon that I'm hosting soon, and I have some painting goals that I think you guys will enjoy. I haven't decided when I'm going to start it yet. Maybe I will start, maybe I'll start this weekend. I don't know. Planning. So thank you everyone for coming here. Let me see if there's anyone we can raid today. I haven't looked to see who's online. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. Honestly, he is always on when I'm live. It's never intentional. We're gonna raid DK. Let me look on YouTube. Maybe we'll raid in 2 separate places, and I'm gonna have the lovely pleasure of juggling between 2 chats. Yeah, there's no one I know on the YouTube side that is live right now that I would want to raid. So YouTube, unfortunately, I mean, I don't have anyone for you to raid into, but we do have DK on Twitch that will raid. So we're gonna raid DK. Yeah. So thank you everyone for joining. Make sure you join stream tomorrow. We have book club next week, Sword Lord next week, and that's all I've got. So thank you everyone for coming. Make sure you do leg day today, even though it sucks. And yes, I have more videos on YouTube, and I will be doing a couple other things in the meantime. So I look forward to catching you all later. So we're gonna start raid. We are raiding into DK. Okay.